Hello and welcome to the Codex Prime podcast. We are on episode 92. I am your host, Victor Omoyo, and it is Tuesday, October 3rd, 2017. And with me, as always, is my co-host and social media chair, Carl Bird.
What's good, y'all?
Yes, we are on the road to episode 100. And with us in the studio, we have two very special guests. We have local hip-hop artist, Spocka Summa.
Hey, what's up? It's Spocka Summa.
Yes. And we have also
there's a group of they're called alters.
Yeah.
Instead of like mutants or inhumans. So there's a group of alters who are connected to stop basically like a madman alter.
Yeah.
Their antagonist, which is named the Matter Man.
Yeah.
So he's basically just out just to try to take over and destroy the world and everything. So they're trying to stop him.
Yeah. At
the same time, they're recruiting it. And then the main character, whose name was Shalise, She's an alter and a transgender. Well, she's going through a process, and so she's like trying to balance that whole life, like all those
That's
lives into one.
Change.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Everything's like happening at once too.
Yeah.
And not to mention trying to stop the Matter Man and protect her family as well.
Yeah.
Because her family doesn't really know that she's in transition.
Yeah.
So, all that she's trying to like balance all that into one, and not to mention try to stop the Matter Man. So, I really see this going far. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a really good story. I urge everybody to get it. I wish I had brought it with me, but I just forgot it.
Send it to me, definitely. I want to check it out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You can get it like right at Rock Coco's Comic Collectibles around the corner.
All right, dope.
So, yeah, you can check that out. I checked out the new Law & Order True Crimes about the Menendez brothers.
Okay.
Yeah, it was about like these two brothers who were rich and then they killed their parents.
Okay.
Yeah, it happened back in 1989, but I looked at it's like the People versus O.J. Simpson. Like, I vaguely remember it because it was a high-profile case.
Yeah.
But I don't really know details. I just know that these two spoiled rich kids killed their parents.
Yeah.
Was that on Netflix or?
No, it's actually on NBC.
Oh.
Is that one time thing or is it multiple?
No, it's like a series that's going on, so it's probably gonna go on for like just one season.
Nice.
But yeah, it's basically like I knew about it. But I was too young to like really remember it in detail. So this is like my chance to actually get to, hear the story and learn about it. So so far so good. I'm really looking forward to like seeing it. It actually comes on tonight at 10.
Oh.
And then I checked out over the weekend at work. I was watching a horror movie with my clients. I work with people with disabilities.
Yeah.
Oh, they was just chilling. Some of them fell asleep through it. But it's a movie called Don't Breathe.
Don't breathe.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen it?
I saw it in theaters. Yeah.
I think I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, you seen it too?
Yes. I saw it in theaters
I
last year.
enjoyed it.
Nice.
Like it was
It's like Blind or something.
Yeah,
These
three kids, they rob a blind guy's house.
Yeah. Oh, and he's like a killer or something like that.
Yeah, the blind guy's played by Scott Lang, who played in Avatar.
Stephen Lang.
Stephen Lang.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really good. So yeah, they're trying to rob him, but yeah, his he's blind, so all his other senses are heightened. So in order to for them to try to survive, they can't breathe.
Yeah.
Or else he'll hear him and then he'll try to kill him. So.
That's wild.
So yeah, it's a crazy adventure. I definitely urge you guys to check that out.
The end was crazy of that movie.
It was.
That was nuts.
It was.
It got sick. It got real sick.
I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, it's dope.
Yeah.
What about?
Yeah, I was gonna say without spoiling the end of Don't Breathe. I thought it was ludicrous, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, it was awesome.
Was like ridiculous, like the ending.
Yeah, kind of.
Certain things are, but
that clock you saw on the wall was really a person, and like
it wasn't that crazy. But it's like this one kid who's have you seen 13 Reasons Why?
Yeah.
The main character Clay.
Yeah.
He's in it. He's one of the kids that rob him, but he's getting his ass beat throughout the entire movie, and he still survives. Like there's one part he gets shot in the air and he's still going.
And he's still going. Was he the main character? He just
one of them, yeah.
He plays like the good kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might watch it.
He has that good kiddish vibe to him. Though.
Yeah.
Well, even though I only saw him in this and 13 Reasons Why, so.
Nice.
But other than that, that's pretty much it.
All right. Yeah. As for me, I've been catching up on a few video games. Now that with the SNES Classic dropped, I've been kind of on a retro gaming trip.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm playing through this classic SNES RPG, Earthbound.
Earthbound.
Yeah,
Yes, right.
yeah, it's really good. It came out in '95, and it's part of the SNES Classic lineup for those who actually managed to get a console.
What is it called?
Earthbound.
Oh, I need to play.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of like little like suburban kids, and they have to like face this this alien that's gonna end the world.
Oh, I will get my SNES Classic.
Eh,
I got the NES Classic. I managed to get it.
My brother used to play it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't have the SNES Classic, but I have other means of playing it. Playing SNES games.
You bootlegged them. Just say it, you bootlegged them.
Well,
For somebody
emulators.
who's against, I hate movie piracy. You should respect the art.
Hold on now.
Respect the art.
hold
That's
on.
about to show up.
What are you doing?
Hold on. First of all, I've had these ROMs. First of all, I didn't download these ROMs. These ROMs were given to me by a friend in college
still have 'em?
15, 16 years ago, okay?
You still have them.
So what?
It was a gift, though. So, I mean,
Yeah, it was a gift. What are you going to do?
you can't not use the gift.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so,
Take what you can get.
yeah, just have it.
That's worse than regifting.
Yeah, just have it. Just have an Xbox 360 wireless controller, and boom, you're good to go, and a PC. So yeah, take that, scalpers. But yeah, I've been playing that.
After says she's snitching.
Yeah, well, sure. But I've been playing that on the PS4. I've been playing. I finished playing Infamous Second Son. That was one of the free games on the PS Plus for the month of September.
Yeah.
And that was a really cool game. It's the third game in the Infamous series. I don't know if have you heard of it?
I've not played it yet.
It's actually really cool. Infamous Second Son. It's about this. It takes place in Seattle.
Yeah.
And it's about this kid named Delson Rowe who becomes a conduit. And in this world, like conduits are basically mutants, people who have superpowers that based on like different elements in matter. Like for him,
dope.
like for Delson, like he's able to absorb smoke, so he has smoke and fire powers. So he can actually teleport into vents and sneak up buildings and whatnot.
So he can like turn into smoke.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yep. So he can absorb smoke, neon. It's like
Yeah.
neon lights. He can absorb their energy and like run really fast across buildings and across town.
I need to watch that.
Yeah. He can even absorb video powers. Like he can like absorb like stuff from a TV screen.
So,
and
so
summon-
what's
crazy.
like the
Yeah.
like basis on what he can absorb?
Basically, those three materials. Like he finds out that he's one of the rare conduits that can absorb more than one type of element,
thing. All right.
and the whole story is that he's being pursued by the DUP, the Department for Unified Protection, and they're led by this woman named Brooke Anderson, who happens to be a conduit, and she's trying to round up other conduits.
This
And
is like X-Men. Almost.
yeah, sort of. Like her power is concrete, so she can actually like summon concrete and like grow like from your bones, and it's like really painful. And so like she's pursuing Delson, and she's trying to get him to like, kind of fall in line with the rest of the conduits.
Is she trying to control them and make like an army or something? Or is she trying to get rid of all of them?
Kind of both. Like she's trying to like she's working on the behest of the government because they fear conduits, and so she figures out, okay, well, why don't I, under my auspices, I can round up these conduits and to keep them separated from society, and and use a few of them to like kind of build my personal army to round up others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do they know she's a conduit or no?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she's like basically a conduit hunting other conduits.
That's like Mystique almost.
Yeah,
In
sort
a
of
way,
like that.
roughly.
Yeah, it's a really cool game. It's like open world. There's like different sections of Seattle you can go to, even up to the Space Needle, and you can like liberate certain sections of the city by destroying like installations and outposts, and it's a really cool game, really good story. Definitely the best in the series, in my estimation.
Yeah.
What's cool is that you can even, depending on your alignment, you can either go be a full hero or be infamous, be a complete villain, like do certain
Oh, so
things.
you could be a bad guy?
Yep. So you can
I
like
got excited. I'm like, yes. I
so you
wanna
can
be a
like
bad guy.
hurt innocent people and all this.
That's why people love Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. And you can even, and what's also cool is like he's also like a tagger, so you can so there's like places where you can like liberate the city. One small thing you can do is like have like spray paint like stencil art and whatnot built across buildings. So that was
cool.
pretty cool.
So like mark your territory.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
I don't know
So
if you covered this already, but is that like a modern or is it futuristic?
it's like present day,
Present day?
with some
Okay.
futuristic elements to it.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, it's on the PlayStation. It's on PS4, but I think you can get it like cheap. It's like $20 or so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're PlayStation guys.
Yeah.
I personally still need to pick one up. I have an Xbox One, but
Okay.
yeah.
I just play like when I'm at the studio right now because poor life.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of rappers do play video games like for inspiration.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know a lot of artists, a lot of the newer guys play video games. Not newer, but like I think it's coming more to the forefront that like artists are nerds or geeks or whatever in some ways as
In a
well.
way, they always kind of work because you gotta you have to develop some type of vocabulary.
And we're all like, everybody likes stuff. You can't like, it's not, oh, I'm a rapper, so I just fucking do this and that's like, no, I like video games, like whatever. I like comic books. I collect comics and shit. So
nice. Yeah. So yeah, definitely check that out if you when you can. And real quick, I was thank goodness for Spotify. I've been trying to catch up on music. There's two albums that came out this year, which I highly recommend. One is the Iceberg.
Yeah.
The Iceberg from Oddisee.
okay,
And that's really good. He's a rap artist. He's part of he's 1/3 of this group called Diamond District. It's like an underground.
I've heard of Diamond District.
Yeah, and his album is like fantastic.
I gotta
It's
check it out. I
Yeah.
didn't know he even dropped one.
yeah. He's like, apparently he dropped it back in February, and like there's some really good songs on there, like Things, Hold It Back.
Yeah.
He has this one song called You Grew Up, which I thought was really cool. Like that was where like he talks about a friendship he had with this kid, this white kid who they were tight, but then like when his friend's father lost his job, he started blaming immigrants and him because he's a Muslim. And then in the song he describes how the kid grew up to be a cop, and then he turns out he shot an unarmed black kid, and he found it out on the news. Yeah, which I thought was pretty.
That's a crazy situation. That's movie worthy, honestly.
Yeah. So that was a tight song there. So like it's 12 tracks. It's pretty awesome. I recommend checking out Oddisee, the Iceberg. And also I recommend checking out this album from female MC Rapsody.
Oh yeah.
Her album called Laila's Wisdom, which dropped a couple weeks ago.
I've heard of Rapsody. Yeah.
Is she still working with Ninth Wonder?
Yep.
No? Yeah.
In fact, Ninth Wonder, like he produced most of her album.
Okay.
And she has some pretty good tracks on there, like Power with Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Pay Up and You Should Know. You Should Know is really cool because it kind of samples Goody Mob's Cell Therapy.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty tight.
So I gotta check both of those out.
Yeah. So
you guys too, check them out.
Yeah, check them out. Thank goodness for Spotify. Otherwise, I'd be kind of lost in the wind. Yeah. So that's pretty much what I've been up to.
Very convenient. I will say that it really is. I was listening to a lot of Mega Ran like over the weekend.
Yeah.
Like he did a couple of projects where he's just I'm for those who don't know, I'm a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah.
So he's basically like rapping over wrestlers' entrance beats.
Oh, that's dope.
That's
Like
awesome.
just sample, he was sampling, chopping.
that's sick.
Like one, I forgot the names of them, but like I know there was one he did for the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt, New Day, but he's really good.
Oh, he's
friends
doing
with
all the
Ray
new
Woods.
themes. That's
Yeah,
cool.
new and old. He told us
cool.
he did one over the Macho Man. He completely told a story.
That's dope.
That's crazy.
Like, and he's good, and he's good. He also has a video called Stranger Things Part 1.
Oh, nice.
So he sampled the theme song to
he's
Stranger
paying
Things.
he's definitely paying attention.
Yeah, he's a nerd. He's a nerdcore. He's labeled as a nerdcore rapper.
Oh, right.
So and then there's another project where he's sampling beats from Castlevania.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like the whole project is a Castlevania song.
Okay.
That's dope.
So yeah, like definitely just check out Mega Ran.
Nice.
Mega Rand?
Yeah, Mega Ran,
Okay.
Mega RAN.
I was gonna have you guys
Mega
send
Ran. Cool.
me the whole list of the whole show.
Oh, we'll do it.
Go back and
We'll do it.
every-
We'll
no,
go
that's
right through
it.
it.
Nice. So yeah. So how about you guys? What have you guys been up to? What's been going on in y'all's world?
My world. Just been sleeping, eating. That's all.
He doesn't do
messing
anything.
around.
That's late.
Nah. So just been pushing a project that I released this year called The Progression. Dropped it in April. All produced by Last Child. 6 tracks, and it's like bundled with a comic book that I have. That's an ongoing thing for. So the name of the project is called The Progression, and it's an ongoing thing. It's called Progression 001, and like 001 is supposed to be like binary or whatever. So the whole concept of the CD is based on the like computers trying to take over the world, and I'm like the superhero rapper that's fighting to not to like stop that, obviously, but not stop it in a way as like it's evil necessary, but as trying to teach people to use it as a tool, opposed to just completely turning into robots.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. Kind of reminds me of there's a show, I think it's on like Showtime. I never got a chance to see it. I've been trying to watch it for a while, trying to get somebody's logins, but people say no. It's a show called it's a show called American Gods.
Okay, never.
So where it's like, where like some, you know, you have the good gods like humanity and, you know, certain things like that.
Yeah.
But then you're going against the evil gods like the internet, which is kind of like taking over, and technology.
Yeah.
And, you know, other things of that nature. So it's basically like a battle. It's a battle between good and evil, but it's like the new gods, which is like technology, internet, and all that, are trying to take over.
I like how
where
that
the
sounds.
other gods
The
are
new
trying
gods.
to
That sounds
like the
interesting.
older gods are trying to prevent that from happening.
Oh, that's interesting. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, I heard it was a real dope show.
What was it called again?
American Gods.
American Gods. All right, I need to check. Everybody, check that out. American Gods. That sounds ill. But yeah, like I'm real deep into like concepting projects out. You know, like even like the shirt I'm wearing, it says like computer repair. You know, like I'm the computer repair person. If that makes any sense. So and like says employee right here. Like, you know, so I just want to like, my main thing is bringing concepts to life, and I do think the internet. And everything within it, social media, different websites play a big part in everyone's day-to-day life. Like I'm even streaming live on Instagram and live on Facebook and on, you know, so we're everywhere all at once. And not to say that I necessarily think the internet's evil or anything like that, but it's just a tool, and it hasn't really, like people pull it one way and people pull it another way. And I feel like more or less people are pulling it to the left, you know, which is a bad way, and they're using it to like, you know, people use the internet to bully people. People get desensitized because of the internet, and they're not even like, you know, people walking around looking at their phone, and it's like a nice day, and no one's even looking up, you know. So
Pokemon Go.
See, but there's nothing wrong with it, you know. But it's just like you're gonna be engulfed by it, or you're just gonna be, you know, use it as a tool. So I try. That's my whole thing, is like finding it as a balance. And I'm not even saying that I have the fucking balance, because I don't. Like you see me, I'm always on my phone, but like I'm, you know, so it's with everybody.
Me too. I try. I'm trying to not be on my phone as much, but it's like so hard because sometimes I get so bored.
Yeah, but like everything's on your phone, like
everything is like, yo, your life is on your phone.
It's legit, yo. When if I lose my phone, I'm like, yo, like it's so hard.
There's a new term called mobile phobia.
Yo,
where you have a fear of losing your phone.
That's so wild. And it just sucks because like I actually have like raps and important stuff in my phone, so you know, I'd rather lose my laptop before lose it. See, now I don't want to jinx myself, but I'd rather lose my laptop before losing my phone. You know, that's how serious it is.
Say the same thing.
Well, good thing about iPhones is that they die quick. So.
Yeah, but
know.
see, then that's the problem.
Androids die quicker.
Yeah. No, I have an
They
iPhone too.
die
I know.
quicker.
I have an, but, yeah.
Like the thing that sucks is like, damn, I don't remember what I was gonna say. I fucking forgot. Wow. Anyways.
Wait, your laptop, right?
Oh no, like so if your phone dies, like you can't do the track my iPhone thing, can you? Like if your phone's dead, I think it has to be on with like
I think so, too.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be on.
Exactly. So like usually when I left my phone in an Uber like 2 weeks ago, and then it was like I opened it up on a computer and I could see it was like on 3%. I'm like, yo, this guy needs to like pick up the phone now. And I kept like, it was probably so annoying because you could put like alert or whatever, and it just like does like a ping sound like consistently for like an hour. So I'm pretty sure he was driving people around. You could just hear like the ping.
And nobody picked up your.
Well, he didn't. No, he didn't pick it up. But then he ended up calling me back like through Uber or whatever, and they charged me like $20 to have him drive back and drop it off. So
I would have met him somewhere.
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to do, but I know he wanted to make his money.
Oh
So.
yeah. Then I understand.
Yeah.
Can't blame him.
Well, it's all good.
Yeah, it's funny how technology is so embedded in our lives. It's like I can think think of even just like 15 years ago, like when I was in high school, like cell phones were considered like a luxury item.
Yeah.
Like you were like if you had a cell phone that had the what that can flip, and had the little antenna, you were stunting.
You
back
were
in the
stunting.
day.
Like a
Let me
razor.
tell you something. When you had, okay, I had a Nextel.
Yeah.
Okay, when you had
the
like,
walkies, when I had
the
the
walkies,
walkies,
when your direct connect started with 180, you was the shit back in the day. You was stunting back in the day, and then like I remember because I was pissed because I got my Nextel, I got approved for it and everything, and then like literally a couple weeks later, Boost Mobile came out.
Yeah.
So then everybody whose credit was bad and all that, they started
Once
getting
you
it. And I'm like,
Boost
yo,
it.
I don't feel special anymore. But then there was a difference. Like I think there's direct connect number was like 183.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, that's better. Like if you have 183, I'm like, you just got a Boost, get away from me.
But nah, like
God, them things
yeah,
were annoying.
Nextel, then Sidekicks. You guys remember Sidekicks?
I didn't have a
Yeah.
sidekick.
What?
I didn't
Sidekick.
have.
Listen, I tried so hard to get a Sidekick for so long, and then by the time I got it, like no one was having, like no one had those.
Same here.
Yeah.
What else was there?
Blackberries.
BlackBerry.
Yeah.
See,
Blackberry.
I love BlackBerry. I still think that's the best phone I ever had. Legitimately, like I don't remember which one it was, but to like write raps and that shit was so easy.
A lot of people was doing it.
Remember that was
Touchscreen
Drake's
is kind of
first, yeah.
like annoying because I have to like sometimes double click because I don't delete shit on my phone, so it's super slow.
I don't either. I got text from like 3 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I just started trying, but I'm like, oh, I can't delete that because I might need to look back for a show, but it's not. I don't need it.
You usually don't.
It's not realistic at all.
Yeah, it's kind of like e-hoarding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yo, in my email,
That
I'm
probably is now.
fucking-
Yeah.
E-hoarding.
Yeah.
Trademark that.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
trademark that.
Get
I
that.
have to
Get your money.
e-hoarding.
Get your money.
So
Yeah.
this video is like a timestamp. So
Yep.
first use e-hoarding. Yeah, I'm a fucking huge e-hoarder. I got like
Yeah.
80,000 emails. Like per email, I got like
Dude,
4
I
emails.
got my email address in 2002. I
shit.
still got one.
Oh my
Does
God.
anyone use Yahoo
Me.
anymore still? You do?
Me.
I just stopped using Yahoo. I think what made me transition over to using like Gmail was that you could send bigger files. I don't know if you can on Yahoo now, but at some point it was like, oh, you can send because it's like the Google Drive or something like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know. Yeah,
connection one.
Gmail.
Yeah, so like if you're sending something that's too big, it automatically sends to the drive. But Yahoo, I don't think it does that. So now I just have like 99,000. Like the number caps off at 99 plus K, and it's just like we're
Yeah.
not counting your shit anymore. So I just have mad emails sitting in there. So I'm an e-hoarder.
I was
said all that to say
using
that.
a Netscape account for the longest time.
Netscape.
Wow.
Yeah.
Netscape.
Right?
That was what they used in the computer, like in the libraries.
Yeah, I have like 30,000 emails in that inbox probably.
Wow.
Netscape, Hotmail, like
He still
yeah,
uses Hotmail.
I still use Hotmail.
AOL. Who uses AOL?
Oh my god, the AIM joint.
Oh,
AIM?
Yo, AIM.
That's a
AIM was
throwback.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Instant Messenger was like digital
That was
crack
life.
back then.
That was my way of life at one
Nah,
time.
it was. I mean, they should. Well, I guess Facebook Messenger is kind of trying to do that,
Yeah.
but not really. Somewhat,
Yeah, in a way it is. No, it is. It's becoming that now.
but it's not like the same as just like logging on and just like talking to your friends. Like that's it. You know, you're talking, or I think that did they have games
You
at
just
one
said-
point in time?
Do they what?
I'm trying to think if they had games on not Netflix. I'm tripping.
It's a
AIM?
messenger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't remember. I don't think it was like that. I don't think technology was that
It wasn't
advanced
like
at that
that.
time.
Did they have the chat
Probably
rooms?
was- Yeah, there was like the little chat rooms and shit.
Little chat rooms and chat lines. So.
Yo,
I remember
that.
the
I didn't do the chat. I didn't do the chat line. I remember my cousin like
My cousin used to
my cousin
always
was
do the chat
heavy
line.
in the chat line.
Yeah.
And then next thing, like I remember one time like these random girls just called my house, and I'm like they asked for me, and I'm just saying a whole bunch of other stuff. Like I had no idea who these chicks were, and I just hung up on them, and then like I talked to my cousin, I'm like, did you have some random chicks from the chat line call my house, and he just starts laughing. I'm like, I'm gonna beat your ass.
It's funny because like if you go back when you think of AOL, you think of like all like online games. Like everyone's always wanted to connect with people that aren't in their immediate circle. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a thing that's been building up for a while for like social media to take over. Like people who are always on like stuff like Black Planet or like whatever. You know what I'm saying? AOL. Like always
Not
trying
have a
to.
Black No, I did have a Black Planet.
Mahente or something. Like
I had
that.
a Mihente. Oh yeah, they had them all like Black Planet, Mihente, Asian Nation. Those are the only three I remember. Then MySpace came along. And
MySpace. Yeah,
and
so
that's
like
when a lot of baby mamas, baby daddies.
But it's interesting. Like all those things came and went, and then now it's just like Facebook is just pretty solid. Like that doesn't seem like they're going anywhere.
I think it's still like the number one
it's just
social
like
media outlet
legit.
out there.
Like usually they burn out and then that's it, and you just move on to the next one. But I don't know if there's gonna be anything after Facebook, and if there is, that'd be interesting to see what it is.
I mean, well, new ones do come up, but they just don't really hold up because Facebook is so powerful and so widely popular.
They've had this spot for 10 years, right?
A little,
I want to say 2007 is like that initial year that they really took over.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
You know what I think would help Facebook is they kind of separated, because so the main thing is social media, whatever. People want to connect, but a lot of people on there because you can potentially like talk to celebrities or whatever, stuff like that. You can see what celebrities are doing. They'll have their own profile, but half the time they're like, oh, I wonder what my favorite rapper or my favorite singer or whatever is doing.
Because on MySpace, when you became friends with your favorite rapper, you thought you was feeling your son.
Exactly.
You was soup.
So I feel like that's a big part of social media. And I don't know.
That's what made Twitter so important.
But I think that's what I was trying to say. Like, so I think Facebook is still live because it kind of made a platform within a platform. So like you can have your artist page, but then your normal person page or whatever.
Yeah, MySpace had that too, though.
Did they?
Yeah. Oh, MySpace music pages. I used to get flooded with those.
Yeah.
Garbage rappers. Anybody could make. Anybody made one.
I remember MySpace. But like, I don't think Facebook is as saturated with artists. I think all the other social media platforms are like really gearing towards, we need famous people in this, but like Facebook is just like, no, it's just people, a shit ton of people. Like you don't really feel like you're like stalking a celebrity.
Yeah, but if you remember, Facebook was actually like exclusive for just college students.
Yeah, at a point.
That's why I didn't have one. I had one, but I'm like, I'm not in college, so So I didn't really like interact with it. But then it just got more popular, and more people just started using it, put it in colleges that they never even set foot into.
And it's crazy because it was like maybe a couple years ago. Like Facebook was complete like trash. Like all you do is get like Candy Crush invites and like shit like that. Like,
it was mainly old people.
Play me in this or play this. Like
it was old people.
But they like stopped all that.
Old people.
It was old people go on Facebook for the games, and you get all these invites, and you're like, "Yo, Dad, stop playing. Get off Facebook."
My grandma like invites me to play games and stuff, but she used to. It's not anymore.
Wrong time.
That sounded so sad.
Ron just said Facebook is my address book. Real talk. It pretty much is. Like to the point where my Facebook is linked to my address book.
Yeah.
So if I like meet, like say if I just met you, and like when we exchanged numbers, I already had your name in my address book because I linked it to Facebook.
That's fine. Wow. Yeah, technology is interesting.
Yeah.
Some people would freaking DM me or like Facebook Messenger me. And then not respond to their text. I'm like, yo, I'm texting you. No, just talk to me here. Like, what? Like, what? But that's the cool thing too. It's free. But Facebook's supposedly stealing all of our information and selling it. I wouldn't doubt it. Companies like now they do a crazy amount of marketing on there. So like all that info like is like crucial.
Let me tell you something. If they're watching me, they must be like bored because I ain't got nothing that's worth.
They just want
for real.
Have you ever purchased anything online?
Not in a long time. I'm still probably the only one in the world who still like enjoys going to the store.
Yeah, I like going.
And actually picking it up right then and there.
Supporting local businesses, right?
And it's just like I'm too impatient to be waiting for like something to ship over.
Yeah.
But then it's like I'll get overnight shipping, and I'm like, okay. First of all, overnight shipping is expensive, and then it's like I don't have that type of patience.
Soon enough, we'll have the drones shipping stuff off to us. So
my boys like it's a couple of people like Skype, Ovo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Actually, Tank. All those like, I guess that's like
I use
FaceTime
probably all
now.
of those for like 15 minutes, and then I got an iPhone and now I'm FaceTiming.
Right.
Wow.
FaceTime took over. iPhone and Facebook rule the world.
Yeah.
Not really,
although I am intrigued, like for like other people who are kind of, I guess, rebelling in their own way against all this like technology proliferation. Like, for example, I know, like, for me personally, like, I didn't get a smartphone until 2 years ago when we started this podcast.
Yeah, you did.
Like, for the longest time, I had a BlackBerry Pearl flip phone, and just no internet, just straight texting, and that was as far as it got. And then when we started the podcast, we were like, "You got to join the revolution." I was like, "All right."
Yeah, you're always slow with the revolution.
Well,
eventually, he'll get a 4K TV.
I don't know about that. 4K is quite overrated in my opinion. It looks great, but
Amazing.
You're still running with the 720, huh?
Oh, 1080p.
Okay.
Yeah.
The tube TV.
The block TVs.
Yeah. No, I mean
that TV that once it dies, it just stays there. You put another TV.
You put a TV right on top.
Oh, a CRT? No.
You know the struggle.
Man, I don't have a CRT now, but yeah, I think the 1080p models will stay for a long time.
It's like a standard.
Yeah. And also, like, I was thinking of, like, other people who are rebelling against technology. Like, for example, Christopher Nolan, the filmmaker who did most recently did Dunkirk and the Dark Knight films.
Yeah.
Like, reportedly, he doesn't have a smartphone at all. Like,
Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, don't either.
Yeah, like,
see, look,
He's old.
if I
he
was
doesn't even
like,
have email. He doesn't even have an email address.
no,
Who, Jerry?
No, Christopher Nolan reportedly.
Really?
he's like super famous. He has an assistant and shit. Like,
Yeah,
he
has an email.
They have an email. You know, they have an email to reach him. So, but no, I agree. That's cool. I mean, if I could rebel, I would, but I need to, make moves. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
not saying you can't without the internet, but I like to use it. Like I've been saying,
It's a very convenient tool.
yeah. I was just talking to people from Japan before I came in here. Like
Exactly.
to get on my phone and do that, like I can't.
We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for social
Exactly
media.
right. That is a fact.
And like with that whole like technology theme, like which I noticed in your comic, of the progression, kind of reminded me of like, was it inspired in part by like The Matrix and like Dark City, Ghost in the Shell, kind of?
Well, no, actually it wasn't, but it's what similar, like I guess it has like the basic skeleton of like a dystopian, like futuristic, like fuck, I think my phone died. Yeah, it did. I just like, oh, it's dead. Like it's really dead.
You can't
But it's a rest.
But like dystopian future things. I mean, I could definitely see the connections with like Ghost in the Shell, and the Matrix and stuff like that. But when I was coming up with the idea, like I wasn't even thinking about that, which is I mean, I don't know. I've seen the movies, so I guess it was like in the back of my head,
Subconsciously.
Yeah.
but roughly, I guess.
Yeah, because like the image of like all the wires like consuming the main character. Like, well, I found that really striking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Word. And the whole point of that was to like, it's easier to look at it to describe it. It's like me falling into a pit of wires, and they almost look like vines to kind of give.
Yeah, and they're kind of like sucking you in. And
Yeah,
stuff.
and it's kind of like to give, not kind of, definitely to give the feeling of like growth. You know what I'm saying? Like almost like computers are an organic thing because they just continue to grow and grow, by themselves. So that was the whole point of having those wires like that and not like a typical like standard.
Is it the green that makes you think of the Matrix?
Yeah, in part.
Well, I do a lot of green and different tones of green just because I think green has a lot of like definitions and a lot of meaning. It can be like very powerful and motivational, and it could also be like destructive at the same time. So that's why I chose the color green. And then also just like, if you think, oh, that person's smart, what color do you think? Green or blue? Oh, I want to make money or I want to be healthy. Green. Like you don't think of, oh, I want money. Red. Like you don't think of the color red. So I just think green has a lot of good things associated with it.
This explains a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of good vibes going on. I love this color. It's crazy.
Oh,
the whole room's green for everyone that cannot see.
Oh, they can see. They usually can't see.
Yeah.
So you want to get into the news and headlines real quick?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, we got some interesting headlines this past week in the nerd culture / entertainment front. First news here in wrestling front: Bradley Cooper. He has been cast as Vince McMahon in the upcoming biopic.
That's exciting.
Is he actually cast, or they're just actually they're like
That's speculation.
speculation they would like to cast him.
Like they sent him an email. What? Or is he like legit?
It's
like,
confirmed.
I think he's confirmed. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Wow, that's awesome.
That'd be
Yeah,
interesting.
it's
It makes sense, actually.
Yeah, I mean, WWE Studios film. It's titled Pandemonium. It's about the life of Vince McMahon. Bradley Cooper, I think he's a terrific actor. So
He is. Oh, he is. I just.
That would be dope.
Is WWE actually involved with this movie? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Of course.
So I wonder if they're going to hide anything from it.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're gonna glamorize everything and shit
Yeah.
too.
yeah, because I'm thinking of like that DVD of Vince McMahon's life called McMahon, which came out in 2000.
6.
Yeah.
Because I have it.
Yeah, that's basically half true and half like kayfabe. Yeah,
Full
Yeah.
highlight reel of his life. Just
yeah,
No, none of the lows, just the highs.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they show very few. One low.
One low.
One low.
But then
Just
it's followed
just
by,
a
like,
Montreal screw job. Oh, in the Monday Night Wars. How they
Okay.
almost lost, but yet what happened? They
They prevailed.
overcame that. So
like hell they came back, yeah.
Yeah, I mean I think that's going to be interesting. I wonder who they're going to cast in other roles. Like if they do cast a Hogan or a John Cena.
Yeah. They need a Hogan in there for that
It had
steroids
to,
deal,
yeah.
right?
Like how far
Especially-
back is the storyline gonna go?
That's
like,
awesome.
you know,
I wonder-
that's also key.
I wonder like
That's
what
also key.
section they're gonna start from.
Like I don't know if they'll probably start like from like the territory days of the 80s,
Yeah.
like when his father was in charge, Vince Senior.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then they'll move on.
so that's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
So most likely it's gonna be multiple movies. You think?
Nah,
Or you
probably
think
just
they'll squeeze it in.
probably just like one sprawling like biopic. from
One
then
thing I
till
hate
now.
when they do that is like it would be steady at the beginning, then towards the end it's just like, okay, we gotta squeeze the rest of the shit out.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking too. Because he's still building his legacy.
Yeah,
Like even at he's 70,
71.
70. Yeah, he's still building. So it's like, you know, and not to mention, you think they'll mention Chris Benoit?
I don't think so.
Eddie Guerrero and that, you know, that time. Of course, they're gonna mention. They probably will mention the Montreal Screwjob, the steroid case in the early '90s. Would they mention that?
probably not.
I doubt it.
I doubt
They'll never mention that. No.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
but yeah,
If they do, that'll be interesting.
Very
I mean, I
interesting.
don't think it would affect them.
I'd
really.
respect it if they did. That'd be awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, as they say, like history is written by the victors. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
right.
he might gloss over some things. But yeah, we'll see how interesting that'll turn out. Other headline here: Stephen King's It became the highest-grossing horror film of all time. Yeah, so
I mean, have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but everybody done spoiled it for me anyway. So go right on ahead.
Like, nah.
uh,
I mean, my bad, Stephen King, but like, it's a. That's no. I mean, all right, whatever. You're not saying it's the best movie. You're just saying the highest grossing.
it is the highest-grossing horror
Whatever,
movie.
money's money.
Yeah, because
But it's-
a lot of people just came to see it.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
Ju-
Well, no, that's not literally. Don't sell it short. It's a legitimately good movie.
You
It's
liked it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait, you've seen it, right?
Go ahead,
I've
debate.
seen it.
Go ahead, debate.
I like the original one more.
What?
Well, here's the thing. Well, here's the thing
Come
about
on,
that.
Spocka.
He's gonna like the original one because I'm assuming you're an '80s baby, right? So you watched the original movie, so it was so long that it's embedded into it's in your heart. So then, like now, like we got a new one. You're still with Tim Curry.
I mean, like,
You're willing to give this dude a chance, but it's like your heart's still with Tim Curry.
Maybe I gotta watch it again. I don't know, because I watched it and I just didn't really. It was just kind of like really choppy to me. I didn't see, just like scenes that happen and then they just put them next to each other. Like I didn't really, and then I didn't feel it when. For me, for a movie to be scary, if you're gonna say, "Hey, it is scary," like I need to be scared when I go to watch that shit. Like a kid got his arm bit off, and I was like it didn't. I didn't feel that like moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't cringe or anything. I was like, "Oh shit, he bit his arm off." That's fucked up.
That's stone cold though.
Yeah, no, but that's not my fault. That's whoever filmed it. It just felt like very blah, like with the way they delivered it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, we'd have to agree to disagree.
I guess.
Have you seen it?
I haven't been able to see it yet.
It is funny.
Everybody
Like
spoiled it for me, so I'm like,
it's like, have you seen it? Seen what? It.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it like well,
had that conversation before.
well, I gotta say like it's still a solid movie.
What do you rate it? 1 to 10.
1 to 10. I'll give it a.
Don't worry about me. Just give it your rating.
I'll give it a solid 8.5.
Oh, word.
Hi.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a big fan of it.
Yeah.
7. I give it 7.
All right, that's fair.
I fell asleep during the movie, so maybe I missed something important.
Oh,
See, there you go. See?
Did you see it late at night?
Nah, it was like mid-afternoon.
Really?
Dang. Well,
I fall asleep during most movies. So it's not,
all right.
No respect.
it's something about dark room, just chilling on a nice little chair or whatever.
Yeah, that'll do it. It'll do it to me too. You're the
Well-
only one.
Nah, it takes me like 10 minutes to fall asleep in a car ride. Like in my girl job, I'm just like, all right, I'm knocking out.
Oh.
Just whatever. There's nothing to do.
Well, I mean, you
You can
paid.
be on your phone.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll get screamed at.
Yeah. But yeah, it actually grossed $291 million domestically and $553 million worldwide. And it broke the previous record holder, 1973's The Exorcist, which made $232 million stateside and $441 million worldwide.
That's wild.
The Exorcist is probably one of the funniest movies I've ever seen in my life.
It's still legitimately scary.
I never get scared. I was not scared in that entire movie. I literally laughed.
Like the original one?
Yeah, because the things that she was saying, like, I was just freaking dying.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
oh, your mother sucks cocks in hell. Like, I flipped out, like, almost fell out of my chair laughing when she said that. I wasn't expecting her to say stuff like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, it is kind of a comedy in a sense. I mean, for like modern sensibilities, I guess, because some of the effects are a bit silly, but it's still
It
legitimately
was the 70s,
creepy
okay?
though.
They didn't have CGI like they did now.
Well, no, but they had to get imaginative with their practical effects, and they still hold up surprisingly.
It's like It's like watching Breaking. The turbo popping in front of his thing. He's trying to like balance, make the broom float, but you can clearly see the strings.
It's just like
I still love that
the
movie.
zipper on the
I
costume.
still love Breaking.
That's
I know you would hate you would hate a movie like that.
Breaking, I've seen the first one. I think, have I? No. Actually, no. I saw a video review of Breaking, which basically broke down each of the scenes in it.
Yeah, no, I haven't
Much
seen
of a
it.
plot. It really isn't much of a plot.
Yeah, I heard John-Claude Van Damme was in it.
He was.
Wow.
He was just like I think that was actually his first movie.
Wow.
He was just an extra, just dancing in the background.
Nah, for
Yeah, yeah. It's all over YouTube.
Wow. There you go.
Breaking.
Yep. Other news. The Nice Guys is to become a female-led TV series. I don't know. Have you seen the original, The Nice Guys, with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe? Came out last year.
I meant to watch it, but I never did actually watch it.
See,
Yeah.
what happens with me sometimes I watch stuff and I just forget like the name of it. So I'm like, if you start telling me, oh yeah, I've seen that.
Dude
But
remembers every movie that he saw.
see, that's
Big
the thing.
Gosling fan, though.
I just
Big
like-
Gosling fan.
Yeah, it's really good. It's actually
it?
pretty hilarious.
Okay,
Nice guy.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
check it
I
out.
actually recently watched The Notebook for the first time.
Oh
I
yeah.
still haven't watched The Notebook. I don't think.
It's good. I can't lie. I cannot lie. I'm like, I know this is gonna be a chick flick, and I actually got into it. I'm like, wow, this is actually good.
Maybe you're a chick at heart.
Not at all.
Did you shed a tear?
Not at all.
Okay.
He's like,
But I
I'm
just
crying.
thought, I'm like,
You
wow,
lying?
this is really good.
Wow. But yeah, The Nice Guys is going to become a TV series. It's going to be an hour-long drama on Fox, and it's going to star two female leads.
It's gonna get canceled.
Why? 'Cause
I'm
it's-
so sure. I'm pretty sure. Sometimes I can just tell. Maybe I could be wrong because I thought Lethal Weapon was only gonna last for one season.
It's still around.
It's still it's still on.
I haven't watched
Damon
it.
Wayans is in it.
I
right?
literally only watched the last 10 minutes of it because Empire will come on right after.
Yeah.
But it's still going on. That new show that's coming out with Craig Robinson and Adam Scott.
That's not gonna
Ghost.
last.
I'm
Oh
dead
yeah.
sure. Like I
What
see the
show's that?
commercial and they're playing Herbie Hancock's Rock, and I'm like, this is gonna like
Suck.
3 episodes.
Oh, Ghosted.
Three.
Yeah.
3 episodes tops.
Yeah. Fox has a pretty iffy track record when it
They
comes
do.
to like maintaining new shows.
Hits and misses.
Yeah, but I'm surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised that Empire's still going in its 4th season. So,
Yeah.
which I still haven't seen the season premiere yet. So I gotta.
What's wrong with you?
I haven't had time,
You ain't
man.
that damn busy.
Busy
Nah.
guy, busy guy.
Yeah, grading all these papers and whatnot. Yeah. So also another reboot news: Kung Fu. It's actually coming back as a female-led TV series. It's going to be produced by Arrow producer Greg Berlanti and Wendy Miracle. They're both executive producers on Arrow, and
Thomas.
and
Looks like it should be good.
yeah, it's going to be a remake of the 1970s series Kung Fu, which starred David Carradine,
Yeah.
who starred in Kill Bill. And the reboot's going to center around a female Buddhist monk named Lucy Chang, who travels to 1950s America in search of the man who stole her child.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting, actually.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a series. That could be a movie, and that's it.
I mean,
drag it. Well, not drag it, but they span it out.
I'm hoping it'll be better than Iron Fist. I mean, hell, it already sounds better than Iron Fist.
Iron Fist, such a disappointment. I mean, there was some episodes I was like, it's okay, but like, I don't know, man. How'd you got? Well, you like Luke Cage, right? Did you like the show?
Love Luke Cage.
Sure.
So like, I see how they go for like to still give like kind of that cartoony like comic book feel, like dialogue wise and like the way the scenes are sometimes set up. But Iron Fist was just a little,
Yeah, I know. It's the worst out of all the Netflix series.
What about I forgot the name of the show, but it's like Iron Fist, Luke Cage,
Jessica Jones?
Yeah, no, Jessica.
Oh, The Defenders.
Yeah, how about that?
I liked
what do you
it.
think? You like it? I didn't watch it yet. I watched one episode.
All right, don't listen to our review then.
Yeah.
Until you're done.
Yeah. I'll say Defenders was all right.
Is it better than like?
It was better than Iron Fist, but that's not saying much.
Yeah, true.
But Defenders itself was all right. It could have been better.
It could have been better, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah. Also, another more reboot news here. Lupita Nyong'o and Kristen Stewart. They're both tapped for the Charlie's Angels film reboot.
Really?
Did you say Kristen Stewart?
Yeah,
That's weird.
Charlie's Angels.
We
Yeah.
just had a Charlie's Angels reboot.
we did.
Yeah, with Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, Cameron Diaz and all that.
Well, this is going to be a new reboot for this decade,
They just
man.
always like recycle shit.
and apparently Elizabeth Banks will be directing it, and it's coming out summer 2019.
Wow.
So might compete with Game of Thrones, the final season.
Not happening.
Nah, dude.
People are way too invested in Game of Thrones. Bars have Game of Thrones events.
Yeah, I can't imagine watching a TV show in a bar with a crowd.
People
I've
do it.
seen, I was at this place called Piece of J's before, and they were playing it. Everyone's like, "Put it on, put it on." They're trying to like sync up all the TVs and
Yep, there's videos of. Have you watched Game of Thrones?
yeah.
Are you like caught up?
Oh no, not even close.
Well, they showed one scene that was like very, very powerful within the last last few episodes, and people were on their phones recording their reaction,
Yeah,
and like the whole bar was like quiet. I've never heard a quiet bar unless it was like if I was there at closing time.
yeah.
And like everybody was quiet, and then when that moment happened, people was cheering and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it was hilarious. I would show you the
No,
YouTube video, but it's like I don't want to spoil it for you because it was
I'll
a
watch
big moment.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna text you. I'm like, "Yo, what the?"
Do it. Do that.
Now, how far behind are you in Game of
Oh, I'm
Thrones?
super far behind. I watched most of the first season, then I stopped.
Oh,
Just
man.
busy, you know.
Okay.
Rap life. Rap life.
Yeah. And how about you? Are you a Game of Thrones fan?
Everyone around me is, but I haven't been able to watch it yet.
I was more of like,
Yeah.
well, not more of, but I watched a lot of like Walking Dead.
I tried to get
Still a
into
Walking
that.
Dead. I'm still a Walking Dead fan. By this point,
Oh, not anymore. I don't watch it anymore, but like not the current season, but maybe the 2 seasons before that is the like where I really liked it, you know. But the beginning was slow for me, and yeah, the beginning was definitely like it was like really like, oh, they're walking around, oh, there's a zombie in a fucking well, and then it's like it wasn't good, you know. The like the last 2 or 3 seasons were more like cinematic. I guess that's what they were going for. So I like that aspect.
Yeah, I think they're approaching their 100th episode for the season premiere.
Is it?
I think so.
I just know it was 8 seasons.
Yeah, it must be like the what 8th season you said.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think they should end.
Usually you ended around 5 or 6. I feel like with that kind of show.
Yeah.
Because now I just feel like they're just like they can't do those simple cliffhangers anymore. Guess who died? Oh, like no, like
Everyone's already dead.
The Walking Dead lately has had the past few seasons have had the same formula. You get a dope season premiere,
Yeah,
filler, then the mid-season finale's dope. So now you're cliffhanging.
Yeah.
You got to wait a couple of months, and February comes. This mid-season premiere is great,
yeah,
filler, and then the season finale's great.
yeah. So just following that.
So it's still kind of just it keeps you engaged, but then you're just like, all right,
Not
like,
really getting anything from it. So.
Yeah, right.
It's really 4 essential episodes you need to watch every season.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, like the last season just kind of put me off to it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll watch it out of obligation to have something to talk about on the podcast. But that's about it. And last headline here, new trailer is dropped for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah,
We just watched it.
just
before.
watched it.
Yep.
That looked good for a Rockstar game.
For a Rockstar game.
Yeah, I was kind of like because when I think Rockstar, the only title I come up with that I think of is Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
And Grand Theft Auto is pretty what you can kind of say it's pretty animated.
Of course.
Yeah, so I was expecting that. So then when I finally saw this trailer, I'm like, oh, this is deep. Not to mention, well, storyline looked good. You know, the Grand Theft Auto storylines are great. I definitely enjoyed 5. So yeah, I was like really intrigued. I want to play the first Red Dead Redemption. Just so I don't know if I'm gonna need to.
Well, part 2 is actually a prequel to the first game. Yeah.
So in a way, I probably wouldn't need to, just so I can have some type be somewhat familiar.
Yeah.
With the characters, and then go back, and then wait till they go forward again in like another 7 years. Many delays.
Yeah, but do play the first one. Like, have you guys played any of the Red Dead games?
Partially, I haven't played like hardcore or anything.
Yeah, because like Red Dead Redemption is like it's an amazing game. Like the storyline and everything, and like how it ends. Like it's like wow, this is definitely one of the best story driven games I've played in recent years. So
see, like I love story driven games, but I don't want to get too tied up because then I'm like, well, I'll write that rap later. I need to finish this video.
I need answers.
Yeah.
So
you leave off with a plot hole, you're just like craving for it. You're trying to wrap up.
Nah, fuck it, I'm gonna watch this show.
There's so many shows I want to watch now. Like, I can't be playing games right now.
Yeah.
Like I just started Breaking Bad, so I'm years late on that. But
it's phenomenal. Yeah, I actually finished the whole series when the season finale dropped. It was 2013.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely each episode is just great. There's no fat to trim in that show.
It's a good show.
I just got through the 4th episode, so
I watched the first 2 episodes, liked it, but never watched it.
But
oh come on, man!
I know.
Yeah.
You guys ever watch Dexter?
I have.
You don't like it?
I haven't caught Dexter.
Mr. Robot.
I haven't seen.
I've
Mr.
been
Robot.
wanting to watch Mr. Robot, and I could just never catch it.
Word.
So by that time, like this first season was done, and I'm just like, I'll get it eventually.
You guys ever watch Twilight Zone?
I've seen a few episodes.
Like the original one, right?
Like black and white.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah.
I've seen.
That's
a lot
my
of episodes.
favorite, all-time favorite.
That's just good, right?
Yeah. I remember a couple episodes of the original where like there was one where this guy like I say like, he was like the last man on earth and he had all these books.
And then he broke his glasses.
Yeah, it's like it's not fair. I had time now.
Yeah.
Family Guy did a spoof of that.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Where like Peter had like one good brain cell left, and he was like, I have all these books now, and then he just broke his glasses, and that was it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's funny. I think Family Guy. I like that show. It's a really good show.
I
They're the
still
reason
love
why
Family Guy.
Simpsons decided to stay around. Like, because Simpsons had ended, and then like Family Guy was killing it, and then they're like, oh, we're gonna bring Simpsons.
What's
back,
crazy? I would catch an episode of The Simpsons, and they're still funny.
Yeah, it's good. It's
Yeah,
good.
every episode's always
Good
good.
stuff.
Yeah. You don't have to keep up with it. You can just
You don't.
tune
You
in
can
whenever.
just watch.
Yeah.
You can just watch it, and you still get a good laugh. You know, not even Family Guy either. You can just throw on any episode, and you're still getting a good laugh.
Yeah. Whatever happened to Futurama?
Oh yeah.
They ended a while ago.
They did.
Yeah.
They ended their original run, then they came back for like a couple TV movies. Then they had a full series.
I think they came on. Didn't they end up going to Cartoon Network? For
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yep. Yeah.
Cartoon Network, Comedy Central, too.
Yeah.
Like, you can always
they were
catch
bouncing
reruns.
everywhere. Did they? Well, Family Guy. What channel that started? It started
Fox.
Yeah, Fox. That's wild. And they let it go, or what happened?
Family Guy got canceled like twice. I think.
Oh yeah, it got
Yeah.
canceled. Then when it went to Cartoon Network, that's when it got. Like,
Yeah, but people were buying the DVDs.
Yeah.
And then that's when like, oh wow, we're making money off these DVDs. Let's just bring it back.
You know, I fucking love Robot Chicken.
Yeah.
Yo, just
Great
like
show.
I don't know. I like
it's
Robot
like
Chicken.
watching a Snapchat, just like a funny shit, like continuously.
I don't
See,
like
it's
Robot
kind of like
Chicken.
the original Vine in a way, because every skit's like 6 seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about?
Did he still make new episodes?
Yeah, I believe they do. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they have a new season starting up soon.
Wow.
I know they. I used to follow them on Instagram, and they would just like make shorts just for Instagram now. Well, I think
Pretty much where it's at now.
Yeah.
Like the sketch comedy show like business is pretty much obsolete now because they're all on YouTube. They're all on Instagram.
And like stuff has to be quick. It's like, yo, you have to get your joke off under a minute.
Exactly.
Like just keep it.
Nobody has the attention span
Vine did
anymore.
that. Vine did that.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Vine is no more, right?
Yeah, Vine ended. So because
Well,
now
Twitter
people
owns
want
them.
longer ones.
Yeah.
So they try to, all right, we can make them longer, but not too long.
Yeah.
So it's like they may probably make them 2 minutes tops.
I don't know.
On
I
YouTube.
never even got to use Vine. I just like,
I made a couple Vines.
yeah, do it for the Vine.
Do it.
Do it.
That was a lifestyle for a little bit.
It was.
Do it for the Vine.
Snapchat just
Yeah.
like swallow that whole thing up though.
Yeah, do it for the snap now.
Yeah.
For the gram. Well, now Instagram, like it's funny because like Instagram is owned by Facebook, right?
Right.
Yep.
And like I didn't like the Instagram story thing before, but I like it now. I like it more than my Snapchat. So it's like,
Really?
yeah, just because,
It's literally the same thing.
yeah, but I don't like. I could go on my Instagram, look at my story, then look at someone else's story and all that, but like, I don't want to go on Snapchat to look at someone's story. I don't know if that makes any sense because I could like look at a story, then I could look at pictures, and I could check out an artist. But on Snap, it's just like
You have to
only-
be friends with
yeah,
those people.
exactly.
Some
And
people.
you
So
can
it
own
does
it.
get
It is a little
Snapchat
bit
can get
different.
bored because
Yeah.
because it's with the people that you're friends with.
Yeah, and I
So
don't
you
want to
see
watch
the
my
same
friends.
people.
Like, I don't want to watch anybody actually, but like it's just like okay,
Some do because
Yes.
I green a lot, and I'm just like, all right, do I really need to watch everybody's snaps?
yeah. So I prefer Instagram, even though they're advertising a lot, kind of heavy. But
Snapchat too.
is it? Have
Yeah,
I seen
there's ads all over it.
Have I seen Snap?
Oh, yeah, they're
ads?
free apps. They got to make their money somehow.
No, I can't blame
I
them.
mean, that was their end
that.
goal, anyways. I think with any app, the end goal is to transition people into paying for the service. Like they start off free, and it's like, okay, you made it to level 10, but to go further, $10.
Yeah.
Like, you know. So I think that was obviously their goal.
Yeah.
Facebook did it in a very clever way because I had Facebook since 2000. Who knows when? I don't know. 2011 maybe 2010. But
Facebook.
no, I'm saying I never paid for Facebook, but now that you could like do ads and stuff, I probably spent like
yeah.
$600, you know. So it's
All right. So we're ready to get to the main discussion.
Yeah, by all means.
Hip hop and nerd culture.
word.
So like, I would say like hip hop has had many hits and misses
Yeah,
in nerd culture. Like, okay, a hit would be Def Jam Fight for New York.
yeah.
Love that game.
That was a good-
Still to this day.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And Def Jam Vendetta.
The first one. Yeah, the first two.
Yeah.
Then you have misses like Def Jam Icon.
Can I take another jab?
Never played.
Right.
50 Cent, Blood in the
Bulletproof.
Sand.
Yo, I played that.
Oh, Blood in the Sand?
Blood in the Sand.
Yeah.
That one didn't even
Oh.
come out, did it?
It did, actually.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Has anybody played it?
I never played it, but
I don't
I
know
think I
anybody
played
who's
it, like,
actually played a
once.
video. Did you?
I feel like in my head I played it once, but it was so horrible.
what an
did you-
insane concept. That's crazy. How crazy
No,
is
like unless I definitely played the game because like I just pictured like 50 Cent like in his little tank top running around.
The G-Unit.
Oh, my gosh.
that? In Afghanistan, like
Yeah, and they're looking for like a diamond-encrusted skull.
yeah, something
Yeah.
like that, right?
You know more about it than I did. I
Well-
didn't even know the game had a concept. It had
Yeah.
like a even story. I
Yeah.
didn't know 50 Cent had a game, and I was like, I ain't playing this shit.
Yeah, he had 2 games. I remember playing the first one, Bulletproof.
Bulletproof, I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
Blood in the Sand, I knew I wasn't going to play.
Too bad because his movie was good. Get Rich or Die Trying. Like I thought that movie was good. You didn't like it?
It seemed like the same old drug dealer story.
I guess. Yeah. I guess.
And it was supposed to be loosely about his life.
Yeah.
But then I was like, all right, I was young then, so I'm like, this has to be real. It's got to be real. Like 8 Mile,
8 Mile was great.
8 Mile was great.
Yeah.
I actually felt like that was like real. Maybe some
It was,
embellishment, but
pretty
Yeah.
genuine, though.
yeah, I think 50s was a little more embellished.
Yeah.
I
It
feel like
just didn't
50
feel-
did it because he felt like he saw how well Eminem did with his movie.
Yeah.
So he wanted
He
to
was
kinda-
on that tidal wave was going.
Yeah. And it was the right time for him. I mean, overall, like the movie, I think it got like good write-ups and stuff like that generally.
Yeah, I think because he had decent acting.
Yeah.
Ciroc.
But then he tried to do so many movies after.
I
I think
literally
he
watched
done,
the
like-
ending of one movie. It's like the one that I think we played a football player that got cancer.
I
So I saw that wait
He
for
was
it.
dedicated to that role and it went straight to DVD.
Yeah. I think it was
bad.
called Things Fall Apart.
Yeah.
Ironically enough.
Damn, that's
yeah.
so sad.
just-
Yeah.
He was in another movie where he's like a cop or something like that.
Oh, Righteous Kill.
Yeah.
I think that was with Pacino and De Niro.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
I only watched like, I don't know, probably first 15, 20 minutes. And
At that point, I was done with 50.
yeah.
Yeah, like his first album when it dropped, Get Rich or Die Trying, was like the smash hit of
It was a
03.
tidal wave. Listen, I remember I was living in Baltimore at that time when the movie came out. Well, I mean, when the album came out, cops were in line to buy that album.
Wow.
Like there was lines all around, especially because it came with a DVD too.
Yeah.
So I mean, like everywhere you went, it was just sold out. It was
50 Cent.
sold out, and then like I remember I had to go to a FYE like later on in the day because I was calling around to get it, and I wanted to get the one with the DVD. So I got a hold of an FYE and said, "Listen, you have to come here by 5 o'clock, pay for it, then stand in line
Oh, shit, to pick it up.
just to pick it up."
That's wild.
And it was the one with the DVD.
Did you get it?
Yeah. Only to find out that like maybe a month or two later they released 50 said he released like a little New Breed CD.
Yeah.
It was like 3 songs and the same exact DVD.
Wow.
That's my
Kind of
luck.
weird.
Yeah. They're just going for
And I still
units.
bought that too.
Yeah. They were going for units.
Yeah, too.
That's all.
Yeah, it was.
And what was I gonna say? Yeah, I think he's also in the show Power. 50
Yeah.
Cent.
Yeah.
I don't
He
know.
produced-
I think
Yeah,
it's
he
the
does.
one,
That's
yeah.
his-
So
that's
he's
his
he's
show.
doing good with that.
He's still doing good, yeah. I mean, people love Power. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
I've been
I think because he didn't like smack his name over it too much. Like
That's
by
right, though.
association, but not like super heavy like what he usually does.
Yeah.
But he tried to do like headphones. He had a
SMS
energy
audio.
drink.
Right after Dr. Dre, I'm like, dog, he
Yeah.
was a Dr. Dre artist. Like, let him
he
have
just-
his thing.
He was like bootlegging off of everybody. Like, all right, so Eminem did the movie, so he did the movie. And then, like, I'm not to say anything bad, but it's interesting. Like, they all using similar formulas, you know.
Yeah.
But like, he dropped headphones. He dropped
He had that
Yeah,
vitamin
that-
water deal.
vitamin
Yeah,
water.
that was crazy.
Well, that was
Well,
really
that was
good.
different
That was
because
good.
everybody was endorsing like liquor at that time. Jay-Z had the Armadale and whatnot. Dipset had the Scissor.
Scissor,
I had that. So yeah, so 50 actually went a different route and actually got the went to the vitamin water.
yeah.
So which was smart on him. It was something different.
You know, he had an energy drink too, like King's.
Oh yeah, Street King Immortal, right?
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like that.
Nelly had an energy
I
drink too.
never drank it.
Pimp juice,
What else did
Crunk
50
juice.
try to do?
Crunk juice, Little John. Yeah,
50 has liquor. Effing.
yeah, that from
yeah.
vodka. And
He's
now he
always
was,
in Rhode Island. He's
He
been like
is,
3
a
times.
lot.
What the hell?
Wow.
He's like, no, they don't buy it anywhere else but Rhode Island. So.
cause yeah, and he does those appearances. So
Yeah.
he would make an appearance at a liquor store for like 2 hours.
Wow.
I always wonder, like, super famous, but, you know, like, he could be, I don't ever hear him, like, really doing that much effing things. Effing things sound like I was.
Yeah, I know.
But, like, in New York, and isn't he, like, from, you know what I'm saying, from New York? Or, like, even in
here,
Boston.
here and there because I knew like I listened to the Breakfast Club a lot and
Yeah.
DJ Envy was always like endorsing it a lot. I haven't heard much of it as much anymore.
So maybe let's do it a different way.
But Envy was he was endorsing Ciroc too as well.
Yeah, true.
With Diddy, so it's like maybe it's like a temporary thing.
Yeah, they probably pay him a certain amount.
Yeah.
To, like, talk about it or whatever.
Excuse me.
Definitely.
But yeah, like some of your, but yeah, like like I was saying with hip hop and nerd culture, like you're seeing it more and more
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
nowadays. Like you see a lot of rappers like talking about like animes
Yeah,
or comic books.
Logic.
The first rap
Yeah.
song ever referenced Superman and Lois Lane.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you like what are your opinions on it?
Like, in what way? Like, what do you mean?
Like
what am
in
I-
general, like do you see?
I just think it's a part of life. Like, we all watch cartoons. We all, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody indulges in different things that they consider fun. So I feel like to be an artist, like when you hear real artists rapping about, oh, like Nintendo 64 or retro games or whatever, like it's because that's what they grew up playing. So it's kind of like, you know, sharing a part of.
Yeah. But then it's like you ever notice that like the nerd rappers don't really, they're not really as blown up and well received as far as like unlike the gangster rappers. Like,
Oh yeah. Not
like the gangster rappers will sell.
Yeah.
But then you got guys like who I mentioned before, Megaran or even Lupe Fiasco. Who's,
Yeah.
I have like every album that he's had.
Blueface is amazing.
I love it. I love
Blueface
Lupe.
so good. Yeah.
But like, especially his first album, Food and Liquor. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember,
Food and Liquor is-
like I remember when Food and Liquor dropped, like, and then MTV had their like hottest MCs,
Yeah.
and they were saying that he would have moved farther up in the list,
Yeah.
but he didn't because he wasn't really rapping about that gangster lifestyle. He was rapping about like Dungeons and Dragons and
Yeah.
stuff, and everybody who was in that panel didn't really understand it.
Yeah. And he was really into like a lot of Japanese like anime and stuff.
Oh yeah,
too.
he's training to become a samurai.
He had oh yeah, I saw
Really?
some of his videos.
Yeah,
and
if
stuff.
you go on his Instagram, like he's just like
like yeah.
he has the samurai gear on and everything, and he's just wielding all the just like doing his sword tricks and stuff.
like short videos. And
He's
stuff.
ready. He's ready.
Wow. I don't know. That was legit.
He is like a flat out geek. Like he beat who is supposed to be the best Street Fighter player in the world.
Yeah. Oh, he did for real.
Yeah,
Actually beat him. Wow.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
like you know how they have like video game
Yeah, yeah.
competition and stuff, and he challenged the best Street Fighter player in the world
And beat him.
and beat him.
That's wild.
It's
Yeah.
on YouTube.
He had a thing too called like it was like off to the side group, like Japanese cartoon. You ever hear about them?
I've heard it. Yeah, I heard it. I never heard them. I never listened to their music.
It was good, but it was funny because like it was just like a alternate personality that he had.
Yeah.
So like they were like, "Isn't that you, Lupe?" He's like, "That's not me." Like he'd just say like it's not him, but it was definitely.
That was kind of like a punk rock kind of deal, right?
I
it
think
was
that's
like
what it was.
Punk rock, like mixed with like rap. It was yeah.
Kind of
It
like a
was
Linkin
nice-
Park,
yeah.
like a Linkin Park type of thing.
Yeah.
Roughly,
Fort
I'd
Minor.
say.
Yeah, Four Minor was good.
Yeah. That album. Or the mixtape that they dropped before the album was good,
I
too.
remember it.
Yeah. Had a spray paint ink pens with Lupe Fiasco too.
Yeah,
And Ghostface.
This guy knows his shit.
See that?
Oh, speaking of Ghostface, like that kind of reminds me, like Wu-Tang
Yeah.
to a certain degree can be associated with like hip hop and nerd culture,
Yeah,
especially
I
like, with
think
their-
so heavily.
Yeah, like
yeah, definitely.
like with
Because I
their,
think
shadow
just-
boxing.
Yeah,
You know,
also they had a video game that came out, or I don't think it came out. I think it was like a Wu-Tang fighting game that was supposed to come out for the PS1.
Yeah.
But I think it got canceled and it got remade, like the game engine. It came out as a separate fighting game.
maybe. I feel like I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, it was like in the 97, 98 or so. Yeah.
Wu-Tang, they've done a lot of stuff. Wu-Tang, like,
definitely, especially RZA alone.
yeah, they like this. Well, Supreme kind of went off of like what they do. Like, I don't know if you know too much about Supreme, like the clothing line or whatever.
Yeah,
But like Wu-Tang, they'll put Wu-Tang on a golf ball. They'll put Wu-Tang on a spoon. Like,
And
and,
it will sell.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
it will
Supreme
sell.
does like the same type of thing. Like that cult following. Like, okay, we're gonna sell you rocks that say.
yeah. If you have it, they have a
Collectible
cult
rocks.
still today.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really with the younger generation.
Yeah.
but like the loyal ones, the ones who grew up on it, in the '90s, with Wu-Tang Forever,
Yeah.
and, Triumph and all that. Like they still follow him hardcore to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think just with as far as like nerd culture, like that highly ties into like I think for me personally, like anime and like basically anything kung
Yeah.
fu,
Afro
you know what I'm
samurai.
saying? Like exactly, like
Yeah.
so I feel like that's where the crossover happens. Why like it seems so similar, and also people that like certain artists, like what was the guy you mentioned? earlier?
Mega Man.
Would most likely like Wu-Tang as well. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I think.
Yeah, and with Wu-Tang, like I've been listening to like my favorite member in there is Ghostface.
Yeah.
Because like he's like the most consistent member. Like I've been listening to two of his best albums, Fish Scale,
Yeah, Fish
and
Scale's
More
good.
Fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty underrated. But those joints go
he's
hard.
really good. He's good. They say so Action Bronson, I think, is kind of like in that lane too. Like, yeah, he does a lot
He
of
has a similar
cartoons.
voice. So.
Oh, you're saying like how he raps? Yeah, they always
Yeah.
say he copied Ghostface style. But I'm saying like as far as like the way he presents himself, because he does a lot of cartoon stuff and things
Okay,
like that.
now you said you watched Luke Cage, right?
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
What did I think about the show overall?
Yeah, and how like hip hop was just, Luke Cage is, within the comic book era.
Yeah.
It's nerd culture, but the way like they just embodied the entire culture.
Yeah. No, I liked it. It felt like they tried to grasp like the true essence of like the community and like
Right.
what people in that community would like and how it would be. It wasn't just like, okay, here's a show, here's a character, let's just make up our own situations. It was actually like things that could potentially happen in a situation like where he was living, you know, like it was heavy on like hip hop, obviously.
Yeah,
but also,
every episode was named after a gangstar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like they really like wove like all that in together, which was dope.
And not to mention, I'm not sure if you're familiar with, but the past 2 years, Marvel did these hip hop variant covers.
Oh yeah.
Which is
Pretty cool.
I actually have some right
Oh,
here
word.
for our. Not I'm just now remember it. We're gonna take a quick stop. On this. We're doing a giveaway.
Giveaway.
Yep. So
Free stuff.
Yes.
Free shit.
Swag.
but okay, in order to enter for the giveaway, you have to answer this question on our Facebook Live. In the Space Jam soundtrack, Bugs Bunny had a rap song. So in order to enter in the giveaway, you have to answer who wrote the rap song.
Who wrote Bugs Bunny's rap song in Space
The name
Jam?
of the song's called Buggin'. Who wrote it? And I'll try to keep up with the Facebook Live and get everybody's answers. But then if you win that, you win 9 of these hip hop album covers. I mean, not album covers. These variant covers, and that you can see right here.
Dope.
I'll pass them along. And also a
Was that Vince Staples on
Yeah.
one?
and also a $25 gift certificate to Amazon.
No using Google.
How much
either.
time do they have?
I'll give them to the end of the show.
Or now they're gonna Google it.
But yeah,
No
check
Google.
some of these out. But yeah, they did a lot of these. They would put like I know 50
this is
Cent.
dope.
Iron Man was 50 Cent's "Get Rich or Die Trying." He said Vince Staples. Nighthawk was Big Sean. The new Riri Williams, which is the new
yeah, that's cool.
the new Ironheart, was Missy Elliott. So some of them are on the ground. A lot of them were, mainstream, but they were just so dope. I'm still trying to collect them. I know they stopped them,
Yeah.
so that would make it easy for me to collect them.
And I know you gave me a few of those variant covers too.
Yeah, I did.
Like I think there was one. I forget which heroes it was, but they were doing the I think it was the Black Sheep cover.
Aquemini.
I think it was. I know there was one based on A$AP Rocky, the Sam Wilson, the Falcon.
Oh yeah,
That
they
was
did
one
the
of the
long
covers.
live ASAP
Yep.
cover. Yep, that's right.
Yeah, that was one.
Nah, I just saw him. Good.
Yeah, and also with Luke Cage, like on Spotify, there's like a whole playlist of all the songs that were featured on that show.
Oh, dope.
Which is really cool, as well as the score by Adrian Young.
Yeah.
Adrian Young. He also did.
That's dope. That is dope.
He also did that the Ghostface albums, 12 Reasons to Die.
Yeah.
And he also scored Black Dynamite, the movie.
Oh,
So he had that.
That's why it
Black
has that
exploitation
like
thing.
vibe, like Black Dynamite. Like I could picture that and like match it up with Luke Cage because that's how I kind of felt like watching it. Like it was like very, I don't know, like 80s or I don't know.
Well,
like-
Luke Cage came out during the 70s black exploitation
Yeah, exactly,
era.
yeah.
So that's why this was the original like Luke Cage look. As a matter of fact, I remember hearing Quentin Tarantino. He was complaining because he watched Luke Cage and he didn't have the original look.
Yeah.
He did for like 1 second, and then he was like, "Oh my god, I look ridiculous."
Yeah.
Yeah, and also like I was gonna say one of the songs on the Luke Cage soundtrack is a track off Tribe Called Quest's latest album called Melatonin.
Yeah.
which I thought was pretty dope. Yeah, have you guys listened to the Tribe Called
Nah,
Quest
I haven't
latest
listened
album?
to
It was actually a dope album.
Yeah, it's called
Send it to me.
it's called We Got It From Here. Thank You for Your Service. And that was
Nice
a
title.
yeah, that was a title that Fife Dog came up with. I think shortly before his passing, and like he never explained to the rest of the group what it meant, but they just went along with it. But I think it speaks for itself. The
Yeah.
title.
Definitely.
And they had that performance on Saturday Night Live too. When not Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave
Yeah.
Chappelle hosted. That,
Yeah.
that was a great episode.
That really was.
I'm glad he's like back in the swing of.
I still gotta watch the Def Comedy Jam.
I just watched that the other day.
I'm still gonna
I
watch
see
it.
what they were reaching for. It looked kind of sad. Like it just looked like a whole bunch of like old, like used to be famous like.
Yeah, but even there's still money in comedy.
Oh no, definitely.
You
Not to take anything away from it. I don't know if maybe aesthetically they were trying to make it look like 90s, but it just looked really cheap.
Yeah.
You know, like it just looked cheap. I don't know. But the jokes were good. It was cool.
All right.
Now-
I'm still gonna watch it regardless.
Nah, definitely watch it.
Yeah, no, Def Comedy Jam. That was on. It was originally on HBO.
Yep.
Was it?
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird that Netflix had the 25th anniversary.
I guess that was what
That's
they could
kinda
get the
Pick
deal.
it up. They probably just did it independent and then shopped it. And Netflix picked it up.
shells so much money out.
Oh, they kill it with the stand up comedians. Like I never watched so much stand up in my life.
Yeah. Oh my God, the Dave Chappelle show, the specials that he came out with earlier this year. Oh my God,
They're awesome.
Not good. And I found a lot of new comedians that I've never watched.
Yeah, like Netflix will pick them up. They're kicking up right now.
Nah, they're killing it. Netflix made me like Louis C.K.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think
Louis
he's really
CK.
good.
Yeah, I heard he was good. I never really sat down and watched Louis C.K., but I heard
Nah,
he was really
he's
good.
good.
You ever see Pootie Tang?
I love Booty Tech.
You know Louis C.K. wrote that movie.
What?
You know Louis C.K. wrote that movie.
Nah.
I'm not
Yeah.
He
surprised. though.
did write that. Yeah.
Oh,
He was high.
That's it. That's
Like
that's
you
a
watch
classic movie.
you
though.
watch Booty Tech, you're just like, yo, say no to drugs.
I know.
But that movie is so bad, but it's so good. Like you just,
Hilarious.
it's like you're looking at a car crash.
Yeah.
Well,
Like it's awful, but yet you love.
They
you
knew
love
it was
watching
awful when they were
Oh,
making
yeah.
it.
well,
You know, it's hot out here.
full disclosure. I've never seen Pootie Tang.
You ought to be ashamed of
Come
yourself.
on, bro.
You still have time.
I know. I've seen thousands of movies, but I've
You
never seen
remember
Pootie
every
Tang.
single one.
There's a lot of movies out there though, so it's kind of tough. It'd be kind of lame if everyone saw all the same movies.
Yeah.
This is true because I never watched a Criterion movie until I met him. I didn't even know what a Criterion movie was. I still can't really even give the full definition of a Criterion.
What is the definition?
The Criterion Collection. It's like a boutique movie label. They release various classic films and like underrated modern films like on Blu-ray. And what they do is like they restore them to like their best possible picture and sound quality.
Okay, yeah.
And they load it with a lot of extras.
Yeah.
It's really really good stuff.
So
Like
you get to see like the making of the movie or the director's cut and stuff
Yep.
like that. That's cool.
yeah.
And we do have a bet going on. I don't know if you caught the episode. Was it 2 weeks ago when we made the?
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
All
Yeah.
right, we made a bet. I would watch two Criterion movies that he recommended, that he picked up. So regardless, they're all whether they're messed up or not. He has a history of watching like really messed up movies.
And what do you mean by messed?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Like Battle Royale.
Like it's like
A lot of movies where that
still
have
haven't
to do
seen
with
that.
like terminal cancer. Somebody has terminal cancer or whatever. That's definitely what you know.
so like dark.
Very dark movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm into it though. I'm into dark
you go.
movies.
Yeah, like you know, I mean, just you know, I'm into good storytelling, and it just so happens that a lot of the
Most
movies
of
that
the
I
good
watch
stories
are dark and depressing and a bit slow. Sue me.
So I said I will watch 2 of them of his choosing while he reads
Oh, yeah.
Charlemagne the Gods, Black Privilege, Opportunity comes to those who create it.
How is that?
That's a very good book.
It's good.
I recommend it to everybody.
I see him plugging it all over Instagram.
Why not?
Yeah, I know, right?
Why
So
not?
it's not just another person that had power to make a book that made a book is like actually good.
Yeah, it's actually like worth reading. You can tell like he really it's his life story, but yeah, it's 8 principles that he's learned that you could use to like to be successful for yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, he incorporated with that and he wrote it in a book. And I appreciate the fact that he actually wrote an actual book instead of like just saying, "Oh, I'll throw it on a Kindle and people will still buy it." Like
Yeah,
he actually
Physical
made it.
book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Did he write it by himself or did he have someone co-write
He
it?
had like
He must have had someone
I mean,
co-write it.
definitely.
Right?
he had like some
Yeah.
some help,
Yeah.
but it's
still cool that he did
it's
that.
definitely like his story. Like
That's
it's
awesome.
literally it's like you can actually like while you're reading it, you can hear his voice.
Yeah.
Very good, like I said, very good book.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
He doesn't want. He doesn't.
You
want
have
read
to.
it.
He's watching it too.
I actually one of the movies he started. I started watching was Dressed to Kill that he recommended. I watched it late night on a Friday night after coming home, whatever. So I fell asleep in the middle of it. I actually do want to finish watching it because it was made in like 1980.
Yeah.
and it was like a young
Michael Caine.
Thank you. A young Michael Caine was in it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm watching.
Well,
I'm like,
what is it called?
Dress to Kill.
It was made in
I think
19.
I've heard of that actually.
It was made in
Yeah.
like 1979,
Pull up the
1980.
cover,
Yeah.
let me see.
Yeah, it was directed by Brian De Palma. He also did Scarface. Yeah.
That's why you recommended that.
Yeah.
Everybody in the 90s loved Scarface.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's overrated.
Scarface?
Really?
Really?
With you. Yeah. Didn't do it for me, man.
That turned into wasn't that like ill received when it came out?
Yeah, when it came out,
Yeah,
it received
really gory.
Yeah, it received pretty bad reviews. Yeah, when it came
But yeah,
out.
now it's like a cult phenomenon. It's like a cult classic.
Yeah, and so many hip hop artists praise its sing its praises.
Definitely.
To me, it's. I think what the reception is. It's less the story or less like how the movie was put together and more the lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So people like the lifestyle and they kind of put themselves in there while they're
Yeah.
watching the movie and they kind of take after maybe. But
Mm.
that's why I feel like that's just why it's so popular.
Yeah, I can see
I
that.
kind of see what you're saying. I think it's
Yeah.
popular. Are you saying it's popular because of like the
Just the
storyline?
Yeah,
like
yeah, exactly. It's
having nothing and then getting everything and then
yeah, it's a classic story of like people love seeing that.
Yeah. So what? So back to like hip hop and nerd code. What would you say is your favorite hip hop nerd mashup moment?
hip hop nerd mashup.
Like one that just like sticks out, because I know one very popular one is Biggie rapping Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was that broke, I couldn't picture this. Everybody was playing either Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis. I had Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
You had
Super Nintendo.
See, I don't think I really have a favorite mashup. I just like them like both for
when they
their
come
own-
when they come together.
Yeah. So like, I couldn't think of anything particular. You think, son?
I'm a big Wale fan. So like
He's
he's
a huge nerd.
he's a
Yeah,
huge
hell
nerd.
yeah.
Yeah.
Huge nerd.
A few
Too
years
bad he's
ago,
not like more like.
he should be more famous, right?
I
feel like
mean,
he should be.
I guess he's not for a reason. Who knows?
Well,
Yeah.
he signed to MMG, so they're more.
Yeah, that was kind of a sellout
Yeah.
moment. But,
Well, from what he says is like he's trying to do like a lighter side of MMG, similar to what Kanye did for Rockefeller.
yeah,
Like
actually, that
Rockefeller
makes
had a
sense.
whole bunch of gangster rappers, as
Yeah,
as well, and then here's Kanye, who was a geek, definitely was a geek. Like I remember
Yeah, for a
him
fact.
hearing he used to like be a gamer and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
That's
Just
why he started
Blaze.
making beats.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Just Blaze is a huge gamer.
Is he
Yeah.
really? I didn't know that.
Bad gamer,
Yeah.
as a matter of fact. I remember watching a
Bad gamer.
documentary and then Jay-Z was saying like, yo, I'm really doing this just to like help support your video game habit. Like he's hardcore into video games.
That's crazy.
But I forgot what I was getting.
Oh yeah, the whole Wale thing.
Yeah, like Wale, he's always at WWE events.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you saw earlier the New Day versus Usos rap battle.
I did. Yeah, Wale was hosting it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Mega Ran
That
was in the stands on the side
Oh,
of
was
the New
he?
Day as well. And what did you think of that?
I thought it was pretty funny. I mean, with the Usos, they were pretty bad at it, right? Yeah,
Yeah, they're still here. They're still heels.
yeah. But I mean, I like the New Day.
They're entertaining. I did not like them
Yeah.
at first because they seemed to come off a little too coonish.
Yeah.
But then it was like,
That's
after
like
a while, it's like,
all like the like wrestling like in there like when they have like characters with hip hop personas like
very,
very
because I cannot stand Truth. It's like when he
Yeah.
dances, I'm just like ashamed. You know what I mean? And then they had like back in the day, they had Men on a Mission.
yeah.
Like
I
that
don't
was
remember
just. Oh, you don't remember Men on a Mission?
No.
Oh
Yeah.
man, it was.
It was ugly.
I just I don't know the writers. I
But
guess.
I honestly think like the best like hip. Oh wait, PM News was awful too. That's early '90s WCW.
yeah.
Oh my god.
That was
WCW
bad.
had some real bad moments.
That was the
Oh,
No
yeah.
Limit Soldiers.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was bad.
Yeah. Wrestling has a lot of those matchups.
But I would say like
They really
the
did.
Usos right now, but by the way they're carrying themselves,
Yeah.
as like, as they're doing, it's like they're doing it for the culture, but they're not really like overdoing it. They're not like rapping their own theme songs and
Yeah.
stuff. Like, yeah, they did the rap battle or whatever, but it's like they're not really overdoing it.
Yeah.
They're just like living the lifestyle, which they generally do.
Did John Cena overdo it?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Oh my god, when he first came out, like, well, he was already out, but like when he first started, the Doctor of Thugonomics.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're from West
Yeah.
Newbury, Massachusetts. Like,
But it gave like some kids that couldn't you know what I'm saying? Like it kind of created like a different market.
Yeah, like the whole
like,
"You Can't See Me."
Yeah.
That came from Tony Yayo in the club video.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
He has a platinum record too.
I did
John
not-
Cena.
yeah, he does.
I believe it.
It's a platinum record.
Yeah,
He probably just like sold it as merch at like all the shows and shit.
Yeah, they
and just killed it.
his one and only album.
Right? He doesn't
Yeah,
need
Macho Man put out an album.
Oh,
that's right.
Be a Man.
I
That is
Shaq put out an album too. He's not, and he went to when was he? Hasn't he been on like WWF or whatever for like twice?
Oh,
or something
Shaq,
like
yeah.
that?
Shaq. Oh yeah.
He was in the Royal
Like
Rumble.
2 or 3.
Yeah, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal like a couple years ago.
That's wild.
That turned into more of like a gimmick thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
always a gimmick.
But yeah, I remember Shaq's raps.
Yeah,
He was not that bad. He's probably the best athlete turned rapper ever.
by default. Yeah,
there was what's his
Yeah,
Deion
Jones Jr.?
Sanders.
what's the guy named that Tony Parker? Is it?
Yeah, Tony Parker. Yeah,
he
Tony
raps,
Parker's
yeah.
a rapper.
Yeah.
Kobe.
He's pretty good. He
Kobe
so much
rapped
French.
one verse, and that was awful. Allen Iverson was
Oh, and
rapping.
he was dissing Shaq, right? Or did Shaq? No, Shaq.
No,
dissed
Shaq
Kobe.
dissed him after Kobe lost the finals.
Yeah.
Saying like Kobe couldn't do it without me. And even then, I was just like, dude, Shaq, you fell off. Like, and he was rapping with like Lord Tariq and Peter Guns at the time, so they was helping him out.
Did Dennis Rodman ever do any music? I don't think
He was a
did.
WCW champion though.
No, David Arquette was a WCW champion.
Okay, you're
That
right.
was awful.
yeah.
That was the dying days of WCW.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was gonna say that Macho Man's album "Be a Man" is a genuine rap classic.
You guys posted that at like what was it, like episode 5 or 6?
Yeah, I think it was episode 6. Yeah, because because in our opener, like
Yeah.
in the audio version, we opened up with one of Macho Man's songs, which is titled "Be a Man."
Yeah.
and him spitting those bars. Yeah,
Killed it.
Hot fire.
yeah. I was gonna say too, like Wale, he also did a rap song based off Razor Ramon's entrance theme.
Yep.
Bad Guy. That was really
Which
dope.
album?
That was dope.
Or was it a mixtape?
It was just like one song, like a one off.
He
He
literally
does a
rapped
lot
right
of
over
good. He does a lot of good stuff with like flipping concepts. He even flipped like Seinfeld. And he did,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah. He did like
was a whole series, yeah.
album about nothing.
Yeah, well,
mixtape
he's like
about
good.
nothing.
He's good friends with Seinfeld.
And that was, yeah, they have like short like videos and stuff together. Like that's crazy. That's dope. Like even a cover like how he did like the same concept was
Yeah, I
pretty
think,
cool.
I think they used the Wale.
Fuck, I wish I had that.
Yeah, they used the Wale. Yeah, Deadpool has a Wale cover for one of his.
Oh, does
Yo,
it?
Deadpool is a good mashup too. If you would consider that, because they have like a lot of hip hop
Yeah,
in there.
just Google the like all the hip hop covers.
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, stop. Like Doctor Strange. Yeah, Doctor Strange did Dr. Dre's Chronic.
Yeah. Or you know what too? I don't know if you'd really consider a mashup, but like MF Doom.
Oh yeah,
Like,
He's a he's a
I
mashup
think
in
that's,
himself.
Like, like the whole. That's kind of like I'd say that's more of where I have like inspiration from, like bringing like that comic book cartoon feel to like the music.
Speaking of which,
and transition it.
who did the art for the progression?
Oh, it's top secret, man.
Was it you?
Who knows?
I tried everybody.
Didn't I tell you at the pop up?
You probably did.
See, that's why I'm not telling you again.
oh man.
I like to mess with people because like I've already like
It's fun.
You know.
I do it too.
Word.
It's fun. I
Cool,
like
cool,
messing
cool.
with-
Some people take it the wrong way. Like people ask me like, "Oh, what's your name?" My name's Spocka. Like, what do you mean? That's my name. Now they want to know my name.
Yeah.
It's Spocka.
Needs people on.
You're in my phone. That's Spocka.
Yeah, so exactly. So like you talk to the same person, it's no different. But really, my name is Spocka. Like that's legit. Like dead serious.
Like you're
My name.
in your like on your driver's license.
Yeah.
Spocka Summa.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. For sure, he says. For sure.
Listen, Ultimate Warrior should legally change his name to Warrior. So,
Hey, Meta World Peace.
there you go.
Oh yeah.
He was rapping too.
Was
On
he?
our test.
Yeah.
Shit.
He was on Key and Peele too.
Was he really?
Yeah, he had like these little brief skits. Like he played a news anchor, but he was saying like complete nonsense, straight faced. Like he didn't know what to make of it.
Did you guys watch Get Out?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Consistent. That was a good movie. That was like a really
That was very good.
yeah
That was
solid.
very good.
That's awesome.
I was surprised. I was like, what?
I'm kind of mad I haven't bought it on DVD yet.
You gotta get the Blu-ray, dude.
I'll do it eventually.
Man,
Yeah, I say that. I say that. And I never do. Like I just recently got Madden today.
Wow. Oh, Madden, they're still making those.
Yep.
He just played.
I'm a football fan. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's cool. I mean, you get to play your loser team, the Cowboys or whatever they're called. I
Dude,
don't
you're
know.
a Cowboys fan?
I'm a diehard Cowboys fan.
So I like-
Sorry,
I like
bro.
We're
the
2-2.
Bucks.
Okay, we're 2. We got the same record as the Patriots. All right.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You're a Patriots fan.
I'm a huge Patriots fan. Yeah.
You're a Brady fan.
I love Brady, bro.
oh,
No,
well,
I have a Bledsoe jersey, though, from back in the day.
Okay. Okay. Who was the starting quarterback before Bledsoe?
Before Bledsoe, it was
Ooh, yeah.
someone that was before my time. So
See, nobody. I'm still waiting for somebody to answer
Yeah.
that without googling.
no one can. No one can.
yeah,
Thank you for the thank you for
My
confirming.
my dad could, but
Yeah.
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 You follow football?
No, only when it's like the Super Bowl and stuff like that.
Okay, that's this guy. He hates sports. So.
Yeah, I like to play sports, but like I don't like to say, oh, I don't have time, because that sounds like so bad. I really don't like sit around to
I
watch
bet
other
they do.
people.
Like
Yeah.
we watch your videos. There was one video that you put out I really liked.
I think like that. I hate it.
The
It's like,
2 minutes. The was it Too Many Girls?
too many beautiful girls.
Beautiful girls.
Yeah.
That one was
Yeah.
good. That was dope. That you shot on Thayer Street.
Yeah.
Like I love the whole first person concept.
Yeah.
About
Yeah.
it, and he shot out Sneaker Junkies. I just
Yeah.
love seeing my.
No.
I love seeing my city on it.
Did you use like a GoPro camera or like?
Oh no, this kid just shot it for me, and how was he? He was probably like standing behind me, like walking, like with the camera in front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Nice.
we didn't have like any rigs or anything like that.
You shoot them all gorilla style, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, and because I noticed like there was like a part in that video where you were sitting, where you and your friend were sitting like in front of Johnny Rockets.
Yeah.
But there was like one dude sitting behind him, and he's just like still like looking at the camera, like or like looking at you.
Oh, I don't know who that was.
Yeah, like I don't know. It was like I guess like somebody who was already there.
Oh, they were probably just watching. Like,
Yeah.
Because we just went, sat down. Like it actually wasn't even like alcohol, and I was like a Dave and Buster's shot glass.
That I did notice. I'm like, how do you speed that up? Yeah, you know what?
And it was
think
like
everybody does.
probably like iced tea or something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Did
Did you actually drink the shot?
What was iced tea? Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
Oh no, you know what? Did I drink it? I think we just like threw it behind.
oh,
Oh, I don't know. No, I wouldn't have thrown it.
Yeah.
Nah, I most likely did. Oh,
No, it was just cool. Like how like you just
Yeah, exactly. That was the whole. And that was him with the camera right behind me, just like that.
yeah. No, he
Probably
did it
just
pretty
like
much like right in front of your face. So,
Yeah. So I like shooting. Like with me, like I said, concept wise, I like to try to bring people into it. I think shooting first person does that a lot.
Yeah.
Like it makes them feel like, oh, I'm with the person. Like,
Yeah.
Or I'm
Yeah,
in-
like the person's with you.
Yeah,
like they see everything from it's first person. They see everything from your point of view. Like
Exactly.
you're trying to
So-
chase that girl. Very good looking girl, by the way.
now who was the woman in the yellow dress?
He asked it, not me.
just someone that went to school with me, and they were like friends with the person that shot the video. So whatever, they just had an extra. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Why not?
like any videos I shoot, they usually just have people that either I know or someone else that knows me knows them. So
All right.
yeah.
And also like for your music video for 001.
Ooh, 001.
Yeah, like first of all, like the picture quality was amazing.
Yeah,
like did you get
4K BO8 Studios shot that.
oh, nice? And you guys also use like an aerial drone as
Yeah,
well.
he had a drone. Yeah, they probably shot that with like 3 different.
Here's
cameras.
another album cover.
Oh, that's
with
dope.
Nice.
That's
Nas Illmatic with Miles Morales.
That's it.
Still say I would. I threw out of the row. I came to that conclusion.
No.
I always said I would play Miles Morales in the MCU, but I'm 30. I'll be 33 in a few weeks. I grew out of that row.
Not really. But nah, yeah. So 001, yeah, I love that song. I love that video.
Yeah, like where did you guys film? Where was that location?
The alley was downtown Providence. It's funny because that same alley, I've used it in like 4 other videos. Like I just like to, actually I'm gonna go back on that because that leads up to something else that I actually can't tell people. So,
Okay.
but
A lot of
anyways,
secrets.
but
Ladies and gentlemen, we tried to get some dirt, but
But then the other location, I believe, was in Pawtucket somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, and we just like utilized the space, different areas, had to move stuff around and all that. So it was fun.
Yeah, because I really did like the use of the setting, like
Yeah.
those like a blighted like industrial
Yeah.
setting with the fire escape and everything.
Yeah, that was fun. It was actually kind of scary because all right, you got to go up to like the 3rd floor on this fire escape of this abandoned warehouse thing. So
Sketchy.
I sent some of my friends up first to double check. No, you have to. You know, someone has to check, because if I fall, then who's going to do the song? Right? Exactly. So my friends, shout out to my friends. They put themselves on the line. Karaf Delthi, he went all the way up to the 5th, and he was up there. He was like one of the henchmen with the ski mask. Jesse Piff was up there too, and I was probably on the second one. Very good friends. Yeah, they're cool. They're all right.
Yeah. And
now, Beatknox. Now, where do you draw your inspiration from your beats? So?
Started off with a lot of Kanye West. That's the reason why I'm in this, probably. So a lot of that. And so when I started making them, I started to think of different artists I could take ideas from. So I'd listen to a lot of old Dr. Dre, Jay Dilla, Pete Rock, DJ Premier, just like a lot of old Nas. I listened to Illmatic through and through, just figuring out the drum patterns.
The boom bap patterns.
Yeah, exactly. And I just love the simplicity of the drums in those. But to say my main inspiration would definitely be Kanye West. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a pretty generic answer, but yeah.
Well, because a lot of people started making. I mean, I know a lot of people were making beats before them, but a whole new generation
of beat makers.
Producers and beat makers just came out right after College Dropout hit.
Yeah,
I mean, and a lot of people don't even know about the stuff before College Dropout. They don't know. Well, they probably now, they went back and listened to This Can't Be Life or, the Poe Pippin and stuff.
See, I don't even know about
the Blueprint.
Yeah. I don't really follow Kanye like that.
I kind of understand now. But
I mean, not anything. I don't know. I haven't ever really delved into being a major fan of a person or following them or trying to learn about them.
Yeah.
I don't know, just...
You're trying to do your thing. So I hear a lot of artists do that. They want to do their own thing, but yet they if they're listening to other people, they end up sounding
exactly.
them
Definitely,
and all that.
Definitely.
Which probably why a whole bunch of mumble rappers are right now.
Yeah, it happens.
How do you feel about that?
All right, so I could look at it from two different perspectives.
Okay.
So there's all different types of music within any genre that you listen to. There's tons of different layers of music. So as far as mumble rap or whatever you want to call it, if you try to label it as hip hop, I would say then it looks really bad and I wouldn't be a fan of it. But if it's just its own category as separate from hip hop as you would say country music is, then I guess it would be good music because they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at music. Would I mumble rap?
Please
no, I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Is that something I search for and listen to? No. But am I going to say it's horrible? I can't say because it's not my style to even dive into it like that and say I like it. It's oh, do you like chocolate or vanilla ice cream? I don't eat chocolate ice cream. I only eat vanilla, so I can't really tell you I don't like it. Doesn't mean it's not good. Everyone has their own preference and we all come from different places and different backgrounds. Correct. So, but yeah, do I like mumble rap? Me personally, not my thing. That's the nicest way I could say it without sounding because I feel a lot of people give those generic answers oh, that's trash, that's not hip hop. That's okay, I understand, but why are you saying that? Give your reason. There's plenty of things that Android or iPhone, freaking Pepsi or Coke. People like things and people don't like things. So that's why I leave it at.
To me, I enjoy the mumble rap, honestly.
Really?
I like the production of it, mostly. Because a lot of the effects and things that they do with it is really cool with the vocals and the different auto-tune effects. And it's more of a production aspect that I appreciate.
So you like it for the sound more than...
More than the content, yeah. The content's trash. Let's be real.
I will do it. Because I love trap. Mumble rap kind of falls under trap, but I love the trap EDM. I love trap EDM. I love DJ Snake,
great,
Undercoffer, guys like them. But as far as Young Thug, Little Uzi Vert, Little Yachty and stuff, that's not for me.
Yeah.
That's not
it's
for
not
me.
for
I'm in my
everyone.
30s. I can't. I look ridiculous, requesting, even though I DJ. So
Yeah.
like I feel like I look stupid, like even playing it, even though I kind of have to.
Yeah.
For parties and stuff, like I feel real stupid. I'm like, yo, I'm playing like Little Yachty and stuff. Like I'm in my 30s, but but I kind of have to.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that just goes back to like there's different music for different people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's more for like people that are trying to like party and like turn up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and if that doesn't fit your lifestyle, then fuck it.
Yeah, I just feel like back then, like you had everything.
Yeah.
Like the beat, like if you wanted to go to a party, like the beats were dope.
Yeah.
And then you would still get some lyrics where a lot of lyrics are much more memorable.
Well, I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, so as far as like, is mumble rap like taking over? Like, there was like Vanilla Ice and stuff like that.
Yeah, we had our fair share.
You know what I'm saying?
I would definitely still say like
Flav
Vanilla
like
Ice
that.
is better than Little Uzi Vert.
Okay.
I would definitely say
I
that.
hear you. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And also, I noticed like one of the main, I guess, motifs or questions of your work is the very question: what is life without progression?
Yeah.
What is life without progression?
It ain't shit.
Pretty much.
True. That's a typical answer.
It's like you're in purgatory.
Exactly. And I mean, like, I ask that question at every show. I say that to people, like, everybody. You know, I just walk up to random old lady and say, "What is life without progression?" No, I don't do that. But it's just really just, to get a conversation going because everything's about progress. And that's where, like, the whole computer and technology and, like, internet life, comes into play. It's like everything's moving forward. It's not going to be the same that it was in the 1800s, because we're trying to progress. And, like, whether that means killing ourselves or desensitizing ourselves or becoming better or worse people, it's still like a progression. Not saying that progression as like growth, like as in better, because a lot of people take progression as, that means it's better now. That doesn't really mean it's better. Progression is just going forward.
Correct.
So whether we end up in like a completely, like a world that's completely ran by computers, that's still progression. Not saying, like I said, not saying it's a good thing, but that's like where it's going to.
End up in that Wall-E universe.
But yeah. What was your question?
Nice. Oh, I was gonna ask like what was the? I guess you already answered it. Like I was gonna ask you, what was the motivation behind posing that question?
Yeah, and then also just like how, because my whole thing is like motivational. So it's like, how can you go forward? How can you grow? So it's like, what is life without progression? And it's funny too because that actually came from a song that I did before with Last Child called The Progression. Yeah. And that was before I even did this project. You know what I'm saying? Like I had that for a project called The Live Wire. And yeah, so like, and the hook is like, what is life without progression? So I ended up actually liking that so much and just like developing the whole concept like based around that.
All right. Yeah. So what was your moment? What made you like, okay, so we're all like obviously, hip hop fans. Like, we love hip hop. What was your moment? I'm taking it back to the movie Brown Sugar. Yeah. When did you fall in love with hip hop?
When did I fall in love with hip hop? I think the first artist I liked was Andre 3000. Like I don't remember what song of his that I heard, but it was so dope. I don't even know the name of the song, but like it was they had a CD. It was like a whole green blue cover. It was a comic book.
Aquamini.
Aquaman.
Yep,
ATLiens.
ATLiens.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that was it.
So
dope album.
That was like that's the first project I can remember listening to.
Your mother and your cousin.
And I just liked like the whole. They weren't just rapping; like they had like a flow. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really into like the cadence and like the sound and how you can use your voice like while you're rapping, not just like, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to have a flow, and that's why. And then I guess the next artist I would say I liked was like Lil Wayne, like Carter 2, Lil Wayne, like Hot Boy, like Lil Wayne, because he had like a weird like
his voice was
grungy.
different.
It was very different at that time.
That's what I like the how artists use their voice, and I was like, ooh, I want to do that.
What about you?
I could tell you the very moment. I I was probably about 12. No, 10 years old maybe when the clips dropped. Grinding.
Grinding.
Wow,
When
you're young.
I remember
Yeah.
when it was in school.
Yeah, no.
Everybody, man.
That beat goes hard though.
It did. You tore up cafeteria tables.
Yeah.
Walls everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's that moment. That's what really changed it for me.
Grinding the
What
clubs.
about you, Vic?
Oh man, it was
Last week when
it was fall of '98. Busta Rhymes album Extinction Level Event. Give Me Some More.
yeah,
That he had that song he did with Ozzy Osbourne based on
Busta Rhymes was good.
Iron Man by Black Sabbath.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was like, yes, that's what's up.
yeah, Busta Rhymes.
Yeah,
Busta Bus.
Yeah, mine was.
His music videos were great.
I always love, still to this day, Will Smith's "Summertime."
Yeah,
But I just
Smooth
blast
track.
it. I
Smooth
blast it in the winter. During the storm, I don't care. But what really made me fall in love with the culture, actually got me into breakdancing and now DJing stuff, was KRS-One's "Rapture's Delight."
Oh, word. KRS One's dope. I had a couple shows with him. He's pretty cool. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Speaking of which, you got a couple of shows coming up, right?
oh yeah. So October 7th, right? That's it, the right date. October 7th.
Saturday.
This Saturday, yeah, we're gonna be doing some hippity hop stuff at Aurora. Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. You guys should try to make it.
I actually plan
right.
on making it.
All right, definitely make it. I advise you to copy a ticket online, and everyone online cop their ticket online because there's highly unlikely to be any tickets at the door. Yeah, very unlikely.
It's also one of the last shows at Aurora.
Oh yeah, sad. Teardrop. Aurora's closing, so that's another reason to be there. And it's a Saturday. Like, come through. We're
I
gonna
ain't
do.
doing nothing.
Yeah, we're gonna do some. We're gonna perform probably. Who knows till when? But we'll be at the place till 2 a.m. So after performances, we'll be hanging out.
Oh, okay.
You know, chopping it up,
It's gonna be
having
tight.
some drinks.
Nice.
Can you give us some bars?
Me?
Yeah.
I could.
Go ahead.
You want me to rap?
Yeah.
Right now?
Right
All
now.
right, let's see. He just put me on the spot.
Yeah, I did.
Ready.
You need
You're
a beat?
You're literally the first rapper we had on the show.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we gotta get some bars. In.
Let's see.
If you need an instrumental, I can go on YouTube. And
I got instrumentals for days.
You got
Yeah.
instrumentals?
Yeah.
Nah, I could probably do a cappella.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think. You want like a freestyle?
Sure. Yeah.
Or do you want an acapella? I give you something written. Freestyles, they ain't free. All right, let's see.
What's on your mind?
Whatever is on.
Let's see. I got something for you. Summertime's here, feeling sort of the best. If you think you're ahead, then I'm aiming straight for your neck. Kill him in 16 bars, nah, maybe a little less. Young guy with the new school flow, kick it with vets. Robots follow the winners, you know the rest. Or get the strap to the back of your cat, Mitchell and Ness. Call up your mama and tell her handle the mess. So summer be the shit, better keep a plumber on deck. Oh yes, can someone rewind back? Summer define rap, I dared him to fire back. I hit him and I laugh. You guys can't mirror this guy's back. I got a buzz through the city, now city's back on my back. You were not a threat. Haven't heard nada yet. Doctor said that I was sick. I guess this is the side effect. You wanna walk in my kicks, try to mimic the steps. A lot of rappers talking that shit. Shit I never respect. 3,000 volts, got the game on hold. Somebody tell me who got it on lock. Open the vault, there is no reason to hope. Any season it goes, so summer flow. O2 blunt, leaving them smoked. Every word penetrating your ears, turning to quotes. Clones when a copy can never mirror it though. Try if you wanna, I'm double daring you. Hold you better strike a fucking post for this image or be exposed. Watch what you say around May. Summer is close. Does it how I'm supposed? People calling me dope. I suppose I'm about to blow. Take a line and powder your nose. Aim straight for the brain. Hear a bang, leaving them cold. You could walk on my shoes and go toe to toe with my foes. If you think you'll survive, Frankenstein is alive. Plotting on your demise, make everything televised. Stuff him in a pine box, let you suffocate with your lies. Just simple.
Nice. Yeah.
Codex Prime exclusive right there, baby.
Yeah.
We needed that.
That was
yeah.
fun.
So before we get into our question of the week, tell us where we can find you.
You can find me social media at iSpocka, ISPOCKA. That's on everything. And then my website is SpockaSumma.com, SpockaSumma.com.
All right. What about you, Nat?
So I got my Instagram at Beatknox Productions, BEATKNOX Productions. Then we got beatknoxproductions.com. that accesses all my social media and everything.
Oh, okay.
And then we have the beatknox.com, which I have all my beats listed on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Word.
So.
Yo, make sure you also follow BO8 Studios and make sure you follow all my homies. You'll see them on my Instagram page. I'm not going to say everybody's name because that's just going to take too long. But also, exactly. Make sure you follow Codex, Prime, you know what I'm saying? And then also follow my brother, my right hand, left hand man that makes all the beats on all the next probably 5 or 6 projects and albums and all that. Last Child. And it's at Last Child PNR, I believe. But if you just search Last Child, you'll find them. So, yeah, illest producer in the world.
That was tight, man. Thank
Nice.
you, bro.
Yo, I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, but we got our question of the week.
Oh
so,
yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, everybody loves these. So last week's question of the week is, who has the most annoying fan base? Now I said you're probably gonna be mad at me for this. I hate Brady fans. Can't stand them.
I can't blame you though. Honestly, we're assholes.
I think so. It could be anyone from anything.
Anyone from anything.
Kardashians.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand. I also said Beyonce fans too.
Beyonce fans are annoying.
They look for people to badmouth Beyonce. Look for people who badmouth Beyonce, and they come in like.
Do not piss off the Beehive.
Do not. They end careers.
No,
they
actually,
have ended careers.
if you guys want to get for real, the person with the worst fan base is Donald Trump.
Hey,
Yeah, we try not to get political, but yeah, they are the worst.
Yeah.
They are indeed the worst.
Yeah.
And then what about you?
I'm trying to think. I don't know. You guys might have covered it. Yankees fans. I hate Yankees fans. I hate Yankees fans. But I don't know.
I have no part in this. So
Yeah. So on Instagram, our good friend Bunny Might Game You, she said Deadpools are the most annoying. Beehive and Beliebers are the most diehard. But Trekkies and Star Wars fans take the cake.
hating. Oh wow. See, I like Star Trek. Like that's where my name kind of like came
Spock,
from.
Yeah.
From Dr.
I had a
Spock.
feeling that's what it was.
That's funny.
Yep. And Black Queen Kusha says Cowboys fans. And then on our Facebook, Greenhow Latifa, it's actually like written backwards, and I don't know, it's weird. But she says Rick and Morty fans.
Rick and Morty. What? Rick and Morty's a shit.
I never watched Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty is dope. I mean, like, I kind of watch, like, Rick and Morty Adventure Time, you know what I'm saying, like, back to back. Like, it's kind of like a, okay, I got
Give me an hour of
you know,
Family Guy, I'm good.
What's the guy's name? BoJack Horse.
Well,
Mike
BoJack
Tyson.
Horseman.
Yeah, I watched
That's that
that.
Netflix show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is that?
Bob's Burgers.
I do not like Bob's Burgers, but how is BoJack Horseman?
No, it's cool. I mean, it's like more adult. It's kind of slow, but it's when stuff. I would say shit. I mean, I could swear and swear.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
when shit happens, it's pretty funny. It's not like I don't think it's anything. Oh, I gotta go back home and watch fucking BoJack. Like, no, it's like all right, whatever. Nothing else is on Netflix. I guess I have to watch this.
Yeah.
And Netflix, you think is slick? They always change their cover art. Like, oh, I've never seen this movie, but it's the same.
But then it's the same thing. They do that. They have done that. They have done
No,
that.
they do it a lot. I noticed it. They'll even have. They had. I don't remember what movie it was, but they had it as a billboard or a banner.
Yeah.
And it had one cover, and then like a couple tiers down, it had like a whole nother cover.
All right.
Yeah.
So this week's question of the week, we're going into the video game realm.
Word.
Who was the most difficult final boss you ever faced?
Gunstar Heroes. Have you played that game?
Yeah.
I don't know what the boss's name was, but that shit was hard as hell. Like,
Almost made you rage quit?
oh, it took us like months to beat that game.
Really?
Yeah. It took us forever.
I don't know if this would count as a final boss, but I remember in like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, it took me forever to beat that final guy. What was his name? Did you ever play those games?
I played it, but I never
No, not Pro Skater, Underground.
Underground. Yeah, I never. I've just played it like in 2-player mode and just played it, but never really beaten it.
But yeah, that was tough for me. Thinking back on it, I didn't play many video games, but yeah.
Definitely like the toughest boss I've fought, like in a recent game, is the final boss in Bloodborne for the PS4, where you fight Gehrman, who's like the overseer of like the Hunter's Dreams, like the hub world, where you get to like rest and go visit other other dungeons and whatnot. Like he was definitely the toughest because like the whole game he's just like in a wheelchair. It's like be like your advisor. But then when you refuse his like. When you refuse to die, when you want to like take over the realm, that's when he gets out of his wheelchair and he chases after you with a scythe and like and a shotgun, and he's like super quick and it's hard to avoid all of his moves.
So why is he in a wheelchair? Oh, the front.
Yeah, it was basically like a front.
He like can only get out of his wheelchair when he like summons his powers or something like that.
It was mostly like a front, basically. Yeah.
These boys playing video games. It's like crazy. Mine will have to say the final two. I'm going back. Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Sagat, and then Bison.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they were so annoying. And like they'll be like Sagat was even harder than M. Bison. Because he was extra tall, and I used to play with Ryu. So when he did Muay Thai, so like whenever he kick you, his legs were like extra long. So when you're trying to jump just to kick him, he got you while you're still midair, and it's just aggravate the fuck out of me.
How'd you beat it with codes or?
No, I eventually beat it. Eventually, but it took a while.
Definitely.
All right. Nice. So and one more thing, our giveaway.
Yeah.
So we had two people who responded to our giveaway, which is Heather Norton and Jennifer Green. So we're gonna flip a coin and see whoever gets it. So heads for Jennifer, tails for Heather. Heads for Jennifer.
Congratulations, Jennifer.
Congrats, Jennifer. You won our giveaway. So.
Google's your friend.
Taking half of it.
All right. So I think that's it for today.
Yeah. So again, thank you guys.
Coming.
Yeah.
Yo, this is the illest podcast. If you guys are looking to come on this show, definitely hit my boys up. They'll take care of you. Good show. Dope show. Love it.
Find us everywhere on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Anything else I'm forgetting?
Google Play.
Word. Yeah. And I saw you guys had some shirts too. I'm gonna need one of those to rock at a show one day.
Yeah, we'll get those made for you.
Word. I just need just one. I'm a large. I'll probably end up being an XL soon. Hopefully, large, black, preferably.
All right, we got you.
I'll rock it on the show for sure.
Yeah, we definitely got you. And make sure you check them out at Aurora this Saturday.
If you don't catch me this Saturday, my fault. Go ahead.
I'm saying tickets this. Do you know the website?
Yeah, SpockaSumma.com.
Hey.
We're definitely gonna be there too.
Word, hell yeah! And if you don't catch me this Saturday, we will be on tour October 15th through the 23rd. So New Hampshire, Vermont, New York, Massachusetts, might do a low key Rhode Island show, Connecticut. So yeah, you don't catch me this weekend, you catch me at that time.
Right. Nice. There you go. All right. Once again, thank you for coming.
Yo, thank you. Yeah. Pleasure.
Thank you, guys.
No.
Come on, man.
All right.
So
yeah.
We'll catch y'all next week.
Yeah.
Right. Peace out, nerds.
It's been real.
Later. It's been real, y'all.